So Gerhard Struber very much thinking about the long term with Bristol City. Let's return to Adam Bridge and Chris Iwelumo, who are your commentary team at the Riverside for this one. It has been maybe a little bit of a disappointment for Bristol City and how their season is petering out, especially when they got to the playoffs last season. But certainly injuries have been a big issue for them.
Yeah, it's been massive. I think what I will say, Natalie, I think when they had, so many injuries, the squad was really stretched. There was players coming up from the academy. They were getting results. They were picking points up. These players have started to come back, and all of a sudden it's the wheels have fallen off. And that's where I think it's when you've got, I guess, so much choice, you're chopping and changing when it's competitive who they've brought in the January window as well. Yeah, it's quality players. But what he's saying there, it just cements the fact that they're just going to play the way that he wants them to play. It's not about, of course he wants to win every single game, but it's the long-term plan. This is what I believe in, this is the way that I want to play, this is our identity. I don't care if we're playing at the Riverside, I don't care if we're here, there, wherever we are, this is the way we're going to play, so this is going to be an open game today.
Yeah, I was going to say in some ways, because there's nothing maybe for them to play for, they might be a little bit freer in how they go about things, which might be difficult for Middlesbrough. You mentioned the January transfer window. They also sold some of their key players to rivals. I'm thinking of Mehmeti to Ipswich and Viner to Wrexham, and I know that will have frustrated Bristol City fans, but I suppose there's that fine balance of going for promotion but also knowing that the owners see this club as a business too. Yeah,
well this is the model, isn't it? I think all clubs are trying to be self-efficient, but when the Premier League is so close and you've actually got through your toughest period with injuries, I think you've got to keep a Viner, I think you've got to keep a Mehmeti and say, you know what, let's just add a little bit of quality, and can we gather a little bit of momentum going into the business end, Natalie? And it's one of those, I know it's a difficult decision, it's easy for us to sit here and say, because there is a business model, but that is a real opportunity, because they're not a million miles away. They weren't when they sold these players.
No, Nigel Pearson, when he was in charge of Bristol City, he accepted it, and I think he knew that the best he was ever going to do was to keep Bristol City in the top half of the table. A real push, because of the model and the way they operate and the finances involved, a real push to the Premier League was never really an option as far as he was concerned.
Yeah, but surely that changes when Liam Manning gets them in the playoffs last season. They go, you know what, we're not a million miles away, let's add a little bit of quality. You don't let your big players go in January when you're still right in the mix, Natalie.
Yeah, at some point you've got to roll the dice, and exactly. The dice in the favour of going for it and getting promotion. Certainly that's what the Bristol City fans, I'm sure, would want. But as it is, you mentioned they appear to have lost some momentum, having once been a club that were in the hunt for the playoffs. Just quickly, Chris, in terms of this season kind of ending in a dampening way, how focused can those players remain?
Well, it's very difficult, Natalie. As well as I've been in a promotion winning side, going up as champions, I've also been in that team at Charlton when I was there in no man's land, where you've got nothing to play for, not the playoffs, you can't get relegated, and it is very, very hard to keep yourself motivated for that. Some players step up because there's no pressure on any game, they can go out and express themselves. Some players that have been there and at it and kept themselves at a level kind of drop off because the body says, you know what, I've played that much football, I need to just get myself ready now for the summer and next season.
Well, it sounds like the teams are out, so let's hand you over to your commentary team as Middlesbrough, let's say that again, Middlesbrough look to consolidate their place in second right now. They're taking on a Bristol City side that are 12th in the table. Your commentators for this 12:30 kickoff are Chris Iwelumo and Adam Bridge.
Thanks, Natalie. Good afternoon, everyone. Beautiful blue skies greeting us on Teesside this afternoon. The Riverside certainly not packed to the rafters. Plenty of empty seats for a side who were the top of the championship in mid-February after 6 straight wins. But just 2 wins in their last 6 have left them 8 adrift of the champions of next Coventry, and Millwall and Ipswich are certainly breathing down their necks. Their failure to win any of the last 3 here certainly hasn't helped, only scoring 2 goals in their last 4 home games. Bristol City, meanwhile, they've slipped to 12th in the table. They've lost their last 4 in a row in all competitions, including that cup defeat to Port Vale. But they do like their trips to the Riverside, winning 5 of their last 7 visits here. Big day for the Borough then, trying to get back to winning ways and continue to hold that second position and that second automatic promotion place in the championship table. Bryn's in goal for them today, A back four today of Britton, Ayling, Malander and Targett. Morris and Brown holding midfielders, allowing Hackney to push on alongside Riley McGree and Jeremy Sarmiento, and Tommy Conway up top against his former club. As for Bristol City, Vitex in goal, McCrory, Ailey and Pring across the back, Sykes, Morsey, Randall and Knight in midfield, with Twine in behind Sinclair Armstrong and Emil Rees. And a note about Sinclair Armstrong, it's only his 11th start today in his 37th league appearance of the season for Bristol City. Not trusted too often from the beginning, 26 times a substitute, in fact 45 times a substitute all in all. But today he's trusting him, Gerhard Struber, to get the job done.
Well, he's got everything for me, you know. I think he's mobile, he's got that athleticism, that power. You know, I done the game for Talksport, Bristol City Coventry, and he was outstanding. He ran them here, ran them there, just that little bit of quality, that final touch, that final end product just wasn't there. But he's a great outlet, and Rees has that understanding as well. Rees usually floats out to the right hand side and comes from right and outside to inside. But like you say, it's going to be interesting the way they set up. Are they going to go get after it, get in the face of Middlesbrough, try and force the issue? Middlesbrough can play under a high press as well.
The leaders Coventry are in action this lunchtime as well against Southampton. We'll keep you posted on that one. And at the bottom, Oxford at home to Charlton after 3 straight victories. All the goals throughout the EFL early kickoffs we'll keep you updated on from here at the Riverside, which is our focus. We are off and running, and it is going to be Middlesbrough attacking from left to right in this opening 45 minutes. And out wide on that left hand side, it's Matt Targett. A couple of goals against Birmingham City, of course, in that excellent away victory at St Andrews. And now out wide on this right hand side, it's an early touch for Hayden Hackney, forced back towards his own goal. On this occasion was Alan Brown, and it was done illegally, and it will be a free kick for Middlesbrough on halfway as they look to settle. As I say, 2 draws, 2 defeats, 2 wins in their last 6 games after that terrific run which took them top into the middle of February, before that defeat, of course, against Coventry City at the CBS Arena derailed what was an excellent run at the time. Bristol City in a shape away to our right hand side, just looking defensively to try and hold off another Middlesbrough attack, which is started on that far side by Jeremy Sarmiento. Gets some support from Matt Targett midway inside the Bristol City half. Bristol are in white shirts, black shorts and white socks today. It's the all red, of course, for Middlesbrough, who unsurprisingly are dominating possession as things stand. They have the highest possession in the Championship as they float a ball into the left edge of the penalty area. Here's Riley McGree trying to put the ball across, and it has to be hacked away and cleared by Adam Randall at the edge of the penalty area. You spotted something about Bristol's shape?
Yeah, I'm looking at Ross McCrory's playing left wing back. Jason Knight's playing as a centre back. Jason Knight's just slot in between Pring and Ellie. So it's one of them. I guess he can go and play, but he's sat in there just to try and nullify the threat. A body in there.
There's a header away from the edge of the penalty area. That time is by Pring. It's very firmly a back 5 for Bristol City at the start of this game, and as Chris said, it is Knight who's taken that position as the centre of the 3 centre halves. We did wonder who may play there. We thought we'd see McCrory in the back 3, but he's still out wide on this left-hand side as Bristol do that first bit of attacking down this left-hand touchline, and it's a decent bit of play by Sinclair Armstrong, who then gives the ball away, and it's picked up by McCrory, but Middlesbrough win it back on halfway.
So when you look at the argument, I think with Jason Knight being in there and McCrory, what he brings offensively, he understands defensively what he can do, drop in to be a 5, but he brings that energy and he brings goals as well, that end product and that attacking third. And with having definitely going to have less of the ball, it's in that transition what they're going to bring when they do have it, and he does bring that forward thinking, that progressive play.
Won 2 of their last 4 away games in the Championship at Bristol City, defeated in the other 2. They've got defending to do here out wide on that left hand side. It's Sarmiento, cuts it back towards the edge of the penalty area, and Aidan Morris, and his ball that's clipped into the box is cleared, but only as far as target. This entire game in the opening 3 minutes being played in the Bristol City half.
Well, this is where Middlesbrough need to be better. That ball from Morris there, it's never on. You've got to move the ball quicker. He's trying a little reverse pass. You're playing against a block of 5 and a block of 4 in front of you, so you need a little bit more movement.
Ayling with an early ball into the box that's easily cleared from the penalty spot shot that time by Knight. Comes out again to Ayling once more, who tries the little touch and run to Hayden Hackney. Hackney has it, edge of the penalty area, left-hand side. It's Morris out wide to Sarmiento. He's got two on him, cuts onto his right foot at the front of the penalty area, looks for support, which did come that time from Hackney, but now Bristol City will try and break away from midway inside their own half. But again, the loose ball is picked up easily by Sarmiento on that far side towards the corner flag. A real tussle on that far side, which referee Stephen Martin allows to continue, and in the end it's a goal kick for Bristol City. But I think Middlesbrough should probably have had a free kick there.
100%. It's a great bit of skill from Sarmiento as well. Sykes just invites that challenge as well. Great little bit of trickery. It's a free kick all day long. You know, I'm looking at, there's a couple of free kicks in there as well that he's missed. So, but again, using the ball well, picking up second balls. You're looking at Armstrong, Sinclair Armstrong. He's feeding off scraps at the minute, but he has to hold it. He has to make it stick, give his team a little bit of respite so they can get up the pitch.
Well, we talked about shape. It looks like Alan Brown is playing on the right of the three supporters for Middlesbrough today, with Hackney tucked in with Morris. But at the moment, Middlesbrough are out of possession because the ball on that far side is with Sinclair Armstrong. Dropped in short on this occasion and picked up by Sam Morsey. Another one who spent some time at Middlesbrough throughout his career, of course. The main body of it spent down in Suffolk for Ipswich.
Yeah, Adam, you're spot on. So Aidan Morris is sitting as a 1, so it's like a 4-1, and then you've got Hackney and Brown playing as like 2 10s, haven't you?
Really interesting setup from both sides. Not quite what we expected, but then both trying to forge their way to a victory to, in Bristol City's case, keep alive any faint hopes maybe of a playoff place. They have got some appetising games coming up against the likes of West Bromwich Albion, Charlton, Sheffield United, Queen's Park Rangers. There are winnable games to come, but 10 points away from a Wrexham side who won last night live on Talksport 2 and look incredibly comfortable in that top 6 right now. Here come Middlesbrough. Here's Target, 35 yards out, ball in towards the edge of the penalty area, trying to tip it up and arrange the shot was Riley McGree, and then Conway battles hard for it at the edge of the penalty area, but Bristol City get it clear all the way back to Sol Bryn away to our left-hand side.
Not even stepping up. So you look at this Bristol City side that's going up. Emil Rees and Armstrong, you're on your own, because the other 8 outfield players are just sitting in a bank of 5 and a bank of 3 saying we're not even going to step up. They need to be a little bit braver if they want anything for the game. The distance between the strikers and the distance between that defensive unit have to step up and drop together.
McGree with Target on that left-hand side for Middlesbrough, 30 yards out from goal. Little ball in towards the edge of the penalty area. It's poked forward by Alan Brown, but it's just into the arms of Radek Vitek away to our right-hand side in that Bristol City goal. We've been playing for 6 minutes on Talksport 2. It's Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0.
And it says a lot when the goalkeeper doesn't pick the ball up to get the ball into play, wasting time. We're 6 minutes into the game, so it says a lot. So Middlesbrough, they have to find a way. You know, I think this Bristol, that's the ball as well. Just that one into the channel there. You're looking at it from Sykes, Armstrong and Rees are always going to want the ball and be outlets.
Here they come, Bristol City trying to get forward. It's a foul actually, and a free kick that's gone the way of Bristol City for the foul on Scott Twine. It's only about 10-15 yards inside the Middlesbrough half, so not much of a chance here to cause some problem, but a first chance to really play in the Middlesbrough half.
No, definitely, and it all came from Emil Rees just forcing the issue, getting a little bit of a nick on it when I think it was Hackney that had the ball, and then Scott Twine got himself in there. Hackney had already committed to the challenge. You look at the players, you know, the aerial threats, it's just about the quality. You know, Scott Twine has that quality, can put it right on the money more often than not.
Well, Emil Rees is waiting. Sinclair Armstrong's there as well. Looks like Ross McCrory is going to make a run round the back, and Jason Knight in there as well. And it's towards McCrory, but in the end, it's right down the throat of Sol Bryn, who confidently collects at the edge of his 6-yard area and immediately looks to bowl the ball out to Ayling down this right-hand side. He has the support of Callum Britton goes infield to halfway, where it's picked up and brought forward down this right-hand side by Hayden Hackney. And now Callum Britton. Outside of him is Hackney. Chance to deliver an early ball in, which he does. Danger zone, back post. Sarmiento's there, Conway's there, and it's Conway in the end who heads it over the bar from about 3 yards out. He's really got to hit the target.
Hayden Hackney cannot do no more. It has to be a goal. It's harder to miss. He's a yard from goal. The ball from Hackney is outstanding. It takes Vitek out the game whatsoever. It's Conway. You hit the target. You hit the target. All the pace is on the ball itself. It has to be a goal.
He's literally 3 yards out as he missed that, and he's put it over the bar. I'm not sure how he's missed. but he has, and the story of Middlesbrough at home kind of is living in this first 8.5 minutes of this game.
What a ball, what a ball. He broke his neck as well to get round Callum Britton there.
No goals elsewhere in the Championship or in League One or in League Two this lunchtime. Don't forget, Around the Ground starts on Talksport from 1 o'clock today. Early start with no early Premier League game, because that's our exclusive Premier League game tonight, is at 8 o'clock as West Ham take on Manchester City. That's really poor, that time from Emil Rees. He had Sinclair Armstrong alongside him. He's overhit the pass by about 10 yards.
Well, I don't think he has to pass it. He's done ever so well to force the error from Luke Ayling. He's on the wrong side. He's got the full half to run into. Just open the legs, knock it. You've actually 2v2 there. He's passed it into Armstrong. Armstrong's not expecting the ball there.
It was a very comfortable 2v2. Here's Hackney again, infield towards Callum Britton, who got a little further than Hackney anticipated as he hit that pass to him. That good ball is won by Targett. Now out wide on this right-hand side, it's Callum Britton again, former Blackburn man, into Hackney, running towards the edge of the penalty area. Will nutmeg through Morsey's legs. Morsey then recovers well enough to win the ball back at the edge of the penalty area, and it'll be forward by Ross McCrory down this left-hand side. Poor control again by Emil Rees, and the ball's out of play for a throw to Middlesbrough on this near touchline. It's all one-way traffic.
Yeah, it is, and that's where the likes, I think Emil Rees, right position, the ball from McCrory, excellent. It's got to stick. You know, he's tried to take a touch there. I think he's had 3 instead, and it's without to play. It has to stick. Allow your team to get up.
Far side, Sarmiento for Middlesbrough. Down that left-hand side, excellent piece of skill to get away from the first defender. Can he smuggle his way through and past Sykes, who's coming to join the defensive work? He goes back instead to Aidan Morris. Morris will then give it to Melander. I think it's Melander's first touch of the game. Here's Morris again, towards the edge of the penalty area. Helped on its way and inside the box, spins to McGree. McGree pulls it back to the edge of the 6-yard area, and it's put behind and away by Knight, and out of play for a corner on the far side to Middlesbrough.
It's excellent. You look at McGree, the little pocket. All I'm going to say, and I'm very overly critical here, if Tommy Conway actually takes his player away and runs to the near post, that ball makes it. That ball makes it. Because he's half and half defensive, the defender can actually cover 2 players with the ball in from McGree there. So just a little bit more movement when you know that ball's coming in.
20 goals in 82 appearances in the league for Bristol City for Tommy Conway. For Middlesbrough today, where he's already scored 21 in 73 for the Borough. Should really have added to that tally already. That's a decent ball into the box by Alan Brown. It's pulled back to around the penalty spot. Shot ricochets, half cleared, and is away in the end from the penalty spot. And Bristol City survive when they should be behind. And once more, I think in that occasion it was Callum Britton who had the shot.
Well, the fans here, it's the same old story, isn't it? They just need to be more clinical. You look at this, for me, if I'm Gerhard Struber, or even if you're looking at you've got to have an outlet. Armstrong has to sit on the halfway line. That'll occupy two Middlesbrough players. You always have to have an outlet. At the minute, Middlesbrough picking up every single second ball. That's good from Rees this time, out wide to that right-hand side, where he finds Mark Sykes, one of the 4 who've come into this Bristol City team today. But his ball forward, it's just not the best. It was nowhere in the postcode of where Emil Rees was, and it's quite comfortable for Adilson Malanda to pick it up for Middlesbrough. And then Ted Brown away down the right-hand side into the area. Brown with an early ball across. There's no one in there waiting for it. He perhaps could have taken a touch, or maybe thought about what he was doing a little more, but he went first time and didn't connect well. Yeah, he's looking to pass the ball in the 18-yard box. He's in the 18-yard box. Take the shot on the angle, spouse it a nice height. Just make sure you walk the goalkeeper. McGree back to Morris to the right hand side, right edge of the box. Hayden Hackney again with another cultured ball in towards the edge of that 6-yard area that's easily headed away this time. Good strength from Armstrong, and he's broken away. Chance of a 2-on-2 here if the ball is good to Emil Rees. It's too much on it. It runs across Rees and away. He'll keep possession, right hand edge of the Middlesbrough penalty area. Early ball across is blocked out that time by Malanda, and they'll eventually get it clear from inside their own penalty area. What an opportunity for Bristol City. Yeah, it all came from just a moment of quality from Sinclair Armstrong as well. Shows that power. As soon as he's driving, I think he's got to take another touch, commit the defender, then pass it, drive forward. As soon as you make the defender make his mind up, then it releases that space for Rees there. Was he worried about Rees straying offside? Because that's what I was thinking. Well, that's Rees's problem, it's not his. You drive with the ball, he should stay onside. But don't you then get criticised for not playing the pass early enough? Well, he never had to play the pass, I understand, but it wasn't a bad ball to Rees. But I don't know why Rees is firing it in the box when there's only one in. You're 1v1, take your man on. 13 minutes gone, Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0. You're listening to Talksport 2, your home of the EFL.
There's been a goal in League One, and Lincoln City are ahead against Stockport County by a 1-0. That's 13 minutes played there. Jack Moylan, the goal scorer for Lincoln. Still goalless in the games in League Two and goalless elsewhere in the Championship between Coventry and Southampton and Oxford and Charlton. Little shove in the back by Callum Britton that time on Ross McCrory. Referee lets it go. Throw this referee, your mate, come up and shook your hand earlier, didn't he? You're making friends with referees now.
I've done the referees course. I know them all, Adam. I know them all. Callum Britton, I think he's a massive plus. You know, just the energy he brings, but it's the ball, end product on the ball now. Look at this. Just watch.
Here he is, right hand side. Touches the ball down the line towards Hackney, but that's well read and well defended this time. As across comes Cameron Pring. Put the ball out of play. Neto Borges has made that left-hand side of the three his own position really throughout the season. 30 appearances there for Bristol City, but obviously can't play against Middlesbrough today. Neither can Dino Bergsorg, who was on the bench last time out for Bristol City.
Yeah, it's a massive loss. You've looked at the quality that he's got.
Aidan Morris is ball in his early. Keeper was coming. Defender didn't hear him, or maybe he didn't call. This time though, they do head it back into the arms of Radek Vitek, and a moment of panic passes for the Robins after 14 minutes.
Well, it's absolute quality from Adam Randall there, under pressure as well, just heading it into the hands of Vitek comfortably.
I'm sure you heard the call earlier. A little flick round the corner by Reese. That's better. Picked up by Sinclair Armstrong. Reese has continued his run. Scott Twine has come out wide to this left-hand side, level with the edge of the penalty area. On his right foot, gives it back to Morsey. Morsey's got support alongside in that time from Randall. Randall out to that right-hand edge of the penalty area. They're doing well here. Sykes has it into the box. Reese, first touch, holds it up nicely. Looking to try and find some space with which to work, Bristol City. Down this left-hand side, right for the ball. Comes in, and it was a really good ball as well. No one's attacking it, and allows Solbrin to come and collect.
It's a wonderful ball from Ross McCrory as well. As soon as he takes that touch back onto his right, I'm expecting Armstrong to get across the face. He just watched it, then put his hands on his head. You've got to be brave there. Any little contact, goalwards, all the pace is on the cross itself.
It's a decent clip over the top, left-hand edge of the penalty area for Middlesbrough again. Conway the player in there, and it's intercepted by Sam Morsey, who will bring it clear up towards halfway, where he finds Sinclair Armstrong out wide on that right-hand side. They'll look to build through Morsey again, and happy to have a little bit of possession of the ball here, Bristol City inside their own half. Yeah,
it's something that they have to do to just try and get a little bit more of a foothold. You've got Armstrong trying to play on the shoulder all the while. Reese, it's a great little pocket as well. He's done well there.
Yeah, he's finding a little bit of space now, Reese, and now he follows up down that right-hand side. No one's inside the penalty area. They're coming in now. First to arrive is Ross McCrory. It's over his head, and it will come out the back edge of the box on this left-hand side, taken down by Cameron Pring, 3 or 4 yards inside the Middlesbrough half. Here's Morsey. Just tries to step away from the challenge. Lovely ball into the feet of Twine on this left-hand side. Twine chooses not to deliver early. Instead, he goes into the box with ball at feet. Now he tees it up from McCrory. In fact, it's Pring who swings it in. They want some kind of foul around the penalty spot, which is never going to be given. Too soft. And it will be Bristol City who have it again on that right-hand side. Here's Adam Randall. Randall across to Twine, edge of the penalty area. Danger zone when Twine's got the ball at his feet, but not this time round. It's back to Morsey and then to Pring, and they go back to
much better from Bristol City. Look at that, taking risks. They've got the expansion, you've got McCrory, you've got Sykes basically hugging the touchline as well, moving the ball well, always options. Morsey and Randall picking up nice little pockets, getting on the ball as well, and this is what you want. Scottish stick though, the kiss of death, wasn't it?
Yep, Sinclair Armstrong ball into his feet, just bounded up in the air off of the back of his right boot. They've weathered the early Middlesbrough storm, but can't do anything with it, and Bryn will gather inside his penalty area away to our left-hand side. 8 victories in their last 12 for Middlesbrough. I mentioned earlier, Hull, Ipswich and Coventry, the only sides who've scored more goals. In fact, only Coventry have had more shots than Middlesbrough. It's not the best conversion rate though, about 10% for the Borough throughout the season. Who knows if they'd notched that up by a couple of percent, what they'd be achieving right now. Maybe a tad closer to Coventry. Reminder they're playing against Southampton this lunchtime. And it remains 0-0 at the CBS Arena. 8 points in front and looking nailed on for promotion. That's a ball that swung into the Bristol City penalty area by Callum Britton. Took a deflection and it'll go out of play on this right-hand side for another corner to Middlesbrough, their second of the game.
See, I don't think you even have to look. You know, Callum Britton there just gets a touch already, just puts it in the area, knowing there's going to be bodies in there. Jason Knight done well to actually get the contact.
Taken short, Hackney finds Aidan Morris. Morris out wide to Sarmiento on this right-hand side this time. Into the box to Hackney. Morris now, chance to deliver. Swinging ball, edge of the 6-yard area. Coming in for it was Malanda, couldn't make contact. Spins out of play and away and behind for what will be a goal kick to Bristol City. So close.
Well, I'm looking at this as well, and it's Randall that's on Malanda. It's an excellent ball in from Aidan Morris, and then it's Luke Ayling who anticipates it. He tries to gamble, but again he's marshalled well. I tell you what, it's a massive. For one, Malanda has to get a touch on it, and when he doesn't, Ayling has to be in front of the defender. And it's Emil Rees that's actually defensively done his job there very well.
Another chance for Middlesbrough. It goes begging. 19 minutes gone. 0-0 on Talksport 2, your home of the EFL. Got more EFL for you on Monday night. Bonus game for you. And that's the game between Portsmouth and Derby. Portsmouth, one of 5 teams you feel is fighting for 2 relegation spots at the foot of the Championship right now. Leicester, Oxford, West Bromwich Albion in amongst it as well. And now Blackburn 2. That's Monday night here on Talksport 2. Big game. As Portsmouth take on Derby. Derby also trying to, of course, stay in the hunt for a playoff place, but it's becoming trickier. The more games that Wrexham win, there is momentum as they go for that unprecedented promotion again. What a story that would be. Almost 20 minutes played here. Taking his time over this throw on this near side is Emil Rees. It's level with the edge of the penalty area. No wonder he took his time. He's launched it to the edge of the 6-yard area. It's cleared away by Conway, and then cleared from the edge of the penalty area. They left foot volley that time by Riley McGree. But they pick it up again on halfway, Bristol City, and it's safety first from Cameron Pring. He goes all the way back to Vitek, away to our right-hand side. And it's pinged forward and into the arms of Sol Bryn, who will collect the ball in the Middlesbrough goal. He's all in yellow and looking rather resplendent, daffodil-esque in the spring sunshine here at Teesside today, where it remains 0-0. Down by the riverside, a plethora of big boats greeted us this morning, some seagulls as well. It really is a stunning day in the northeast of England.
Yeah, you can see the way that Bristol City are taking a little bit more risk now, Twine a little bit closer to Armstrong and Rees.
Pinged ball to the right-hand side that's picked up by Callum Britton on this near side. He's got support at the edge of the penalty area. Here's Hayden Hackney out towards the corner flag again. He's closed down. Gives it back to Luke Ayling, of course. Was a fullback throughout his Leeds United career, playing at centre half here for Middlesbrough, but he was in a good position to deliver. Then he didn't, and Bristol City get it clear and away, and Sinclair Armstrong's going to chase after it about 20 yards inside the Middlesbrough half, but he won't get there first, and it's shepherded away by Adilson Malanda, the Frenchman. And it will be Middlesbrough to build again from the back, courtesy of his centre-back partner Ayling, and Matt Targett on loan, of course, from Newcastle. Yeah, he's got some harsh critics here. You know, the fans, I think, a little bit divided on Luke Ayling there. I think just when you get it back from Hayden Hackney, you know, he makes a little run, but Aidan Morris, you've got to see that little pass inside. He's just at the edge of the 18-yard box in a much better area. Well, half expected to see Dale Fry back in the starting lineup today. He was rested apparently for the Charlton game in midweek, but he's not in the squad today, so maybe it's not a precaution. Maybe there is actually an injury there for Dale Fry that's causing a problem for Middlesbrough. Hackney tries to slide a ball through to Sarmiento, who'd run onto the edge of the penalty area. Only a second Championship start for Sarmiento in the red of Middlesbrough, but then there's a foul on that far side, and it'll be a free kick for Bristol City midway inside their own half. Well, it's excellent. Again, Aidan Morris, you know, gets that little interception. Sarmiento actually thinks he's makes an excellent run in behind. It was no room for error there, but Aidan Morris is right in there, strength as well, just keeping Hayden Hackney off, and it's a definite free kick. But these are the little moments that Bristol City have got to kind of weather, and then they're defending well. Everyone's taking responsibility, and I've got to say it's got better in that transition. They're passing forward, they're being expansive. This is where you want McCrory. This is where you want Sykes. This is an outlet all day long. I don't understand why they don't use it more often. Yeah, he's out here wide, McCrory, unmarked. They've gone down the right hand side, but they've won it with Sinclair Armstrong. Excellent strength from him, then tries to just team up at the edge of the penalty area with Mark Sykes. He said it's gone wide on the right-hand side, and the cross in is a poor one and out of play for what will be a goal kick to Middlesbrough away to our left. You're listening to EFL Live on Talksport 2 with McDonald's. Order delivery on the McDonald's app from 11 a.m. 18 plus. Fees apply to delivery orders, subject to availability. Price may vary. We're beyond the midway point of this first half. It remains Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0. Long one forward that time from Sol Bryn. Header one at the back and just nodded forward into the centre circle. And again, it's helped on its way this time by Sinclair Armstrong. Taken down by Malander. Out wide to the right-hand side. Here's Hayden Hackney with the ball. 10 yards inside their own half. And on the attack here, all given away to Bristol City on halfway. Chance for the visitors now to stride forward in numbers. Sykes does well. Gets it out wide to that right-hand side. Then cuts infield waiting for it. Nice little 1-2 at the edge of the penalty area. Oh, that's going to be a free kick on that far side for Bristol City. Couple of yards outside the box. While they set up for that, let's quickly go to the CBS Arena. Coventry playing Southampton. Anil Kondola's got the latest.
Where it's Coventry 0, Southampton 0. A lively start from both sides, and Southampton are actually the team who have gone closest. Kyle Larin had a golden opportunity for the Saints, 5 yards out from a wonderfully worked corner from Ryan Manning. But since then, Coventry are growing. Thomas Asante has looked ever dangerous on this left-hand side, but still waiting for the breakthrough here at the CBS. 22 minutes gone, where it's Coventry 0, Southampton 0.
Still waiting for that breakthrough here at the Riverside as well, where it remains Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0. No goals as well between Oxford and Charlton in the Championship. Here's the free kick for Bristol City. Right edge of the box, about 5 yards outside the penalty area. So what we're 23, 24 yards from goal. There are 5 bodies lurking inside the Middlesbrough penalty area. Right-footed, it's swung over round the back from McCrory, who was coming in, and it's taken a deflection and goes out of play for a corner on this near side for Bristol City.
Yeah, I've got to say it's fantastic when you look at it. Just excellent defending as well. There, I think it was Aidan Morris, wasn't it? Just flicked it around the side. Sorry, Alan Brown it was. But excellent ball in from Twine. That's where I think you're looking at Emile Roos, you're looking at Armstrong. Can they stay a little bit away from it and then go and attack it? I used to like to come out onto this point so I can actually see all the bodies in front of me, read the flight of the ball, and then just go and be aggressive, make sure you get that contact.
Here comes the corner. Twine again will be the man to deliver on this left-hand side for Bristol City. Brim will come and collect, and he gathers really well. 11 clean sheets so far this season. He's been an ever-present in this Championship side, and he gathers that really nicely, then bowls the ball out to Riley McGree, and it did go out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Bristol City. Fury, I think, from Kim Helberg, who was trying. I think actually Riley McGree kept it in, but I don't think he did, and it will be a throw for Bristol.
Well, I just think the throw from Sol Bryn just needs to be better. Riley McGree's got the advantage, got on the wrong side. I think it's all going to be of McCrory, and that's where if it's a straight ball, Riley McGree's taking it into the half rather than trying to keep it in.
It's been Bryn's season in goal for Middlesbrough. 38 of his 44 appearances have come this season. Offside flag is up against Sinclair Armstrong. Taken quickly by Middlesbrough. They're trying to keep a good tempo to this game. Target plays the ball for Sarmiento and Conway. It was between the two of them. Neither got there. The clearance out from Vitek. A chance to shoot on halfway for Aidan Morris, and that was the cry of shoot, but he chose not to.
You look at the way that Riley McGree's had a proper go at Aidan Morris here, because it was on. You just got to put the laces through it, and like you say, I've got to say Vitek was miles off his line.
He wasn't the best of clearances. It was straight to the feet of Aidan Morris on halfway. We've seen a few of those goals this season, but Aidan Morris decided not to roll the dice. A lovely little step over by the referee to allow play to continue there out to target. Sarmiento on that far side, onto his right foot, 25 yards out from goal. Shot option was blocked, so instead he passes it. Ayling gets it on this right-hand side, tries to cross in, but Emile Rees working incredibly hard to block that out on this near side for a throw to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he done very well without the ball there. I still think the ball from Luke Ayling can come in a little bit earlier, just touch in. The bodies are there. You know, at the minute, I've got to see Bristol City without the ball, working very, very hard. And then even in that transition, I think the likes of Armstrong, Rees, Twine, when he gets the opportunity, yeah, they've done well. Aidan Morris for me has been, not Aidan Morris, Adam Randall's been outstanding for Bristol City.
Here's Hackney, left-hand edge of the Bristol City penalty area on that far side. gets it forward to Sinclair Armstrong. He's just muscled out. I wasn't sure that was possible looking at him physically, but the battle was won in the middle of the park that time by Morris, who wins it back and gives it to McGree. Here's Morris down that left-hand side, helped on its way towards the advancing Sarmiento, who's given us a couple of rolls. And it will be, in fact, it's Hackney who's rolled around, and it will be a free kick in the end by referee Stephen Martin.
Yeah, I never thought there was too much in this. He went to ground very early, he slipped, and he still got the ball. I don't think that's a free kick. Has he took the player? No, I think that's a great challenge.
Shame you weren't the man with the whistle today and spotted that.
What a shame.
You're well trained. Goal in League 2, Notts County 0, Chesterfield 1. Still waiting for a championship goal this Saturday lunchtime. All 3 games goalless, all 3 games with so much riding in them. 28.5 minutes played on Talksport 2. Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0. Free kick, Middlesbrough. Kind of halfway between the edge of the penalty area and the sideline on that far side. And looks in line with the penalty spot, really, about 12 yards or so, maybe a little less. Left-footed delivery coming then from that far side. It swung over to the edge of the 6-yard area. The header out was pretty decent, or at least the pressure applied to get it out from Cameron Pring did the job. Middlesbrough have it again, right hand side. Aidan Morris in a good position to potentially deliver, but instead Callum Britton goes for a pass into the channel and it's intercepted. He was looking to try and find Riley McGree on that occasion. Now Morris does deliver towards the back post. Sarmiento went up, Sykes goes down, and Sykes wins the free kick inside the penalty area.
Such a poor challenge, Sarmiento. You need to, he's reactive. Go and win it. Go compete. If you're not gonna go and head the ball, there's no point in putting pressure on the opposing player and giving it on Sykes. It was giving a silly free kick away when you can actually pick up second balls and keep the pressure on there.
They've scored just 26 goals in 18 home games this season, have Middlesbrough. It's the lowest in the top half of the table. They also have the best defence at home alongside Coventry and Ipswich. And it's only Ipswich and Coventry that have lost fewer games at home. So however frustrated they might be by the lack of goals in recent times, the home form has been pretty effective, that's for sure. Just need to get back to winning ways following those 3 without a victory. They're struggling too today, though. It's Bristol City holding their own, and all those who are on the Bristol City supporters coaches, which left Bristol at 5 o'clock this morning to make the trek up here. I didn't leave quite that early, but 5 o'clock this morning they're on their way. There's a band of them on that far side, only a few hundred, not too many, have made the long haul up to Teesside, and so far the team are holding their own.
Yeah, they've done well, haven't they? I think very, very compact. It's got better. That back line's stepping up now. They're getting a little bit more. Now, for me, it's risk and reward, but he's definitely set them up to say, you know what, you have to weather the storm, but there has to be an outlet, there has to be options, and they've done that. They've done it well. You know what I mean? So I just think when you look at Middlesbrough, I need a little bit more. They have to start missing players out. It's not to that next man. Can they go wide? Can they see more diagonals? Because when you're looking at it, Callum Britton's always on, Target's always on, and then the likes of Sarmiento, he's a massive outlet, because what he does, he gets on the ball, he's direct, he takes players on, but he's pulling players out of position, which creates space for others.
14 minutes to play in this first half. It remains 0-0 on Talksport 2. Here's Sarmiento again. Still a Brighton player. I know he's been around and about to many clubs, but Brighton's still the parent club. They loan him out time and time again. He's given the ball away this time. Don't think Bristol City are going to get very far here, because one of the things you can say about this Middlesbrough side, they're excellent at recoveries. Here's Britton on this right hand side, chance to cross, poor cross, deflected, not the best of balls in anyway. I don't think he made brilliant contact with it, and it's easily gathered by VTech away to our right hand side in the Bristol City goal. Forward now to this near touchline. Ross McCrory's there, but can't keep the ball in. Not the best effort from Pring.
See, I don't mind it from Britton. He gets the ball and he's looking to cross it without actually taking the man on, but sometimes when it's as blatant as that, I think he has to be direct. He has to go at the man. He has to commit the defender, even just get that yard, but you're putting a changing the angle of the cross coming in.
Right hand side with the possession again. The team in red, Middlesbrough, attacking the goal away to our right. Hayden Hackney, almost got a crook neck. The ball's been in that side of the field for most of this first half, and rarely do we see Hayden Hackney mess up a pass quite like that. Started every championship game for Middlesbrough.
I'm just looking at Kim Hellberg there, so he's talking to Melander, and what he's saying from as soon as you get it, from Ayling, or vice versa, you've got to go out to Sarmiento, you've got to go out to Britain. That is the what, and he's actually doing it. It's that blatant. It's and that just shows you the manager, managing to affect the game.
Here's Sinclair Armstrong. He's got support inside the penalty area from McCrory. Still going. He's played it behind Twine. Twine was running into the penalty area, and in the end Armstrong just played it behind him. The counter's on now for Middlesbrough. Away down this right-hand side. Hayden Hackney's got it 25 yards out from goal. Here's McGree out wide, right edge of the penalty area. Keeps the ball alive. They've got numbers back now, Bristol City. And now a chance for Alan Brown. And he'll just slow play up, finds at the edge of the penalty area Aidan Morris, and in the end it's cleared. And well, you can hear the groans of frustration around us here at the Riverside from the home supporters, because again it was an opportunity wasted.
No, it was. I think great energy as well. Hayden Hackney, I think the little reverse round the corner when Aidan Morris fires it into him, I think he can open up himself. As soon as he opens up, he can actually drive into the 18-yard box, the position that he's actually in now.
McGree round the back on this right-hand side. Good intervention from Pring again, out of play. So not for Pring on that occasion, it was from, I do believe, McCrory. And there is a yellow card being shown inside the penalty area.
I think it was Pring there, but it was from the challenge that he made on the halfway line when Hackney was breaking, it was.
The referee took his time, allowed play to continue before brandishing that yellow card. First of the game, 35th minute, 0-0. It's been a few strong words a couple of occasions inside that penalty area that referee Stephen Martins had. Here's the corner on this right then, to be delivered by Callum Britton. 6 red shirts inside the penalty area. Decent delivery, gets a little flick on, comes out to the edge of the box. The right-footed shot is drilled in by Morris and then cleared from the edge of the penalty area again by Bristol City. They've done a lot of that so far. The one thing we can say is that Radek Vitek has really yet to have to make a save in this game. Here's Britton. Maybe he will now as that cross comes in. It's off the head that time of Randall, and there's a foul on the far edge of the penalty area. Silly foul as well by Tommy Conway, and it will be a free kick for Bristol City.
So a very similar story to the other night, where it's all Middlesbrough, great quality come into the box, but like you say, I think it was Will Mannion in the Charlton goal only had one real save to make really in the full game. In the second half they were just as dominant, so this is where they've got to find a way. You look at the opportunities already. Great ball in from Hayden Hackney. It has to be put in the back of the net from Tommy Conway, and then it was Aidan Morris with another little dink, wasn't it? And it's Malanda got to make a contact. If it's not Malanda, Luke Aylin's got to get across the face of Emil Rees to get that final contact.
Looks like it was Ailey was the player who got booked, not Cameron Pring, for the challenge. Referee just waiting for confirmation of that, but both clubs seem to have acknowledged it was Ailey that was the player that went into the book.
Yeah, I think it was from the challenge on the halfway on the break. He just swept the legs of the player. It was behind the referee as well, so I think that's a little bit of information that's come in from the fourth.
Haven't won in 8 against Bristol City. It was 2021 here, the last time Middlesbrough were victorious against the Robins. Long ball over the top for Bristol City that will be gathered by Bryn away to our left-hand side. One thing we don't ever see, or we've certainly not witnessed in the first 36.5 minutes here, is a long ball over the top for Middlesbrough. It's just not the way they do it, is it?
No, but there is an option, and like you just seen there, you just seen Luke Ayling try to hit Sarmiento on the angle, because this is the information that Kim Hellberg said. But this is where the defensive line of Bristol City is so important, and I think they've got that balance now. They're not too deep, they're not too high, they're just sitting. So basically, if it is the ball over the top, I think Vitek's always going to be winner for that one there. So I think it's at the minute they've got it right, but you've got to suck them out, and then the likes of Britton, Sarmiento or target, that's out ball, boom, angles, channels.
You know, and out of position for Bristol, possession for Bristol City, it's definitely a 5-3-2, that's for sure. Alan Brown tries to clip a ball in by the corner flag, and immediately off of Pring he gets another corner for Middlesbrough on this right hand side. 8 minutes to go to half time. You're listening to Talksport 2, your home of the EFL. It's Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0.
Well, when you look at the likes of Matt Target as well, with the quality he's got, all the joys coming down this right hand side. I need to see that relationship with him and Sarmiento down the left. I'm not seeing him overlaps. I know Sarmiento's so direct forward, but he's still got to provide an option. Target.
We're heading to both ends of the table from 3 o'clock this afternoon with our second live championship commentary of the day when West Brom take on Hull. As that swung into the near post. Oh, it almost got the better of the keeper. It's excellent work in the end by Vitek to keep that out at the near post. Wasn't the best of deliveries. Not sure if it was deliberate or not, but Vitek has ended up going down, having made the save right by the near post. He's up and about now because Middlesbrough on the attack. Ayling into Hackney in the box. Hackney tries to get it over and Vitek will turn it round. I think at this point he'll probably want some treatment as he palms it behind for a corner.
Well, it's an excellent corner as well. You know, I'm not sure if it took a contact as it came in, but like you say, Vitek didn't care. He threw himself at it, and this is where you just got to anticipate things. When Aidan Morris gets it, it's actually his back. It's a fantastic little bit of build-up play as well, and you've got to be careful there. Hands all over Hackney when he gets in behind you as well, but that's what you want from the corner. Put it right in the money, hitting that near post area.
Referee just checking that Vitek is okay. Oh, he was almost caught out, wasn't he? But he did use his feet to make an excellent stop at that near post. Might have to try it again here. Ball being swung in once more. The left foot of McGree towards the back post. Vitek this time goes up and he gathers it quite comfortably on this occasion. I think it may have been Target swinging that one in this time round.
It was Target for the first one as well. You know, he's put it in with pace and power as well, and it nearly sneaked in that near post. Vitek, great reaction save.
Armstrong trying to get there, and he will down this right hand side now for Bristol City. On the charge, he's trying to get round Malanda towards the corner flag. Little burst of pace, ball at feet, good skill, tries to nutmeg Malanda, who closed his legs up and then picks the ball up from the edge of his own penalty area. Exchange of passes with McGree and then back to Aidan Morris, and Middlesbrough will look to come forward from deep inside their own half. To the left they go. Here's Malanda on the charge towards halfway. Not at real pace though. Picks out the feet of Hackney. Hackney then forward towards the edge of the penalty area. McGree's there. Britton's on the overlap. McGree thinks about going alone. Delays the pass to Britton, who's closed down in the end by McCrory. And then the ball is behind and out of play for what will be a goal kick, according to the assistant on this near side, who's now getting pelters from the home supporters around it.
Ryland McGree, Tommy Conway keeps the ball very, very well, fires it to Ryland McGree. He's 22 yards from goal on the angle. He's waiting for Callum Britton to break his neck. You can actually take the touch into the 18-yard box and take the shot yourself. And I just think that's what you know, where you're trying to overplay. Ask the question, get some shots away.
Rotherham lead Bolton. Bit of a surprise there. Bolton third in the table. Rotherham 21st before the start of play today. Rotherham won up against Bolton in League One this lunchtime. An equaliser for Notts County at Chesterfield. That's one apiece. Still goalless between Harrogate and Salford. Reminder, Lincoln needs Stockport in League One. And all 3 games in the Championship today, they're goalless with 4.5 minutes to go to half time. Here at the Riverside, on Talksport 2, you're home with the EFL with Bristol City in possession. And certainly when it comes to the numbers in the game, 3 shots in the game so far, all for Middlesbrough, not one of them on target, but they are dominating possession, which comes as no great surprise. They dominate possession against every team, home or away, really, Middlesbrough.
No, they do, and this is why I think teams are setting up in a different way, albeit this Bristol City side, when you look at the players as well, there's nothing in that.
No, he's good call by the referee. Tommy Conway was on the charge, and I think on this occasion Knight was thinking he would get a foul if he went down comfortably with Conway behind him, but referee Stephen Martin not interested.
But you've got Jason Knight and as a central centre-back, surely you've got to put pressure on him, and to be fair, he's marshalling it, he's stepping up, he's the one that's organising that and dropping.
Bristol City's captain in control of things at the back for them today and doing a good job so far. Middlesbrough have it. Ayling 15 yards inside the Bristol City half. Out wide to that left-hand side again. Target tries to work it with Sarmiento off the angle of the penalty area. Here's Morris. To the right-hand side is Britton. The run out wide on this near touchline from Alan Brown is ignored. They go back to Malanda. And now on the left-hand side, it's Target once more. Sarmiento, he's going to look to try and take on Sykes on that far side, gets round him, gets to cross him, it's over everyone, is it? Oh, brilliant takedown. Callum Britton volleys it down, then tries to get the ball across the 6-yard area. Half cleared, out as far as Ayling, who's in a battle with Sinclair Armstrong on this near side. Ayling goes down, wants the foul, referee says no. Armstrong then tries to stride away, but runs into 3 red shirts. It's won in the end by Morris. Now right hand side, Ayling, chance to deliver. There's a late challenge that the referee's going to punish, rather than play the advantage here. Now Cameron Twing's going to get a yellow card, and it's a free kick for Middlesbrough about 30 yards out from goal.
See, I think it must have been a very, very strong challenge, but you've got to allow advantage there. Ayling's in a fantastic position as well, and you've taken four Bristol City players out. I don't understand why he's caught it back, unless the challenge was that bad.
Well, Alan Brown is feeling some discomfort from it. It was that bad. It was a tad late, but
he can still punish him after the play is over.
Well, he's done that already once. They had a brilliant opportunity to cross from Luke Ayling, or maybe given what he's seen so far, he thought they won't take advantage of it, so give him the free kick instead. It's Matt Targett who's over it. It'll be his left foot will deliver. It's probably about 30 yards out from goal. It's midway between the right-hand edge of the D at the edge of the penalty area and the edge of the box. So Targett may well fancy this with his left foot. There's 3 white shirts in the wall. There's a stray body as well of Sam Morsey looking to the left of it. Targett does go low, hoping maybe for a deflection. I don't think he struck it as well as he wanted to, and it's hacked clear by Bristol City, and they'll go on the chase, but it will be back with Sol Bryn away to our left-hand side, and we'll enter the final minute of this first half with things goalless. It's Targett who just puts everyone's heart in their mouth with a pass then to Malander that he does brilliantly to control. And now they'll try and break here, Middlesbrough. There's plenty of white shirts back, of course there are. Hayden Hackney down this right-hand side will attack though. Cunningham Phil towards the edge of the penalty area. Sarmiento, little layoff right-hand side of the box to Morris. Sarmiento's continued his run. His control is dreadful. It was a stab pass from Morris from about 4 yards away, and Sarmiento can't keep the ball under control. And I said to Chris earlier today, I don't understand this Sarmiento thing. He arrived from Brighton, he'd been at Cremonese. We didn't start the game in the first part of the season. He's not scored a goal since last April. It's only his second start. I've kind of seen why in these opening 44 minutes. And
already, and you're looking at Hellberg as well, there's a few times where he's had to tell him when he's got to press, he's got to do that. This is a real chance for him to kind of showcase to the manager, look, I can be trusted, I've got the quality, I can influence games in a positive way. We've not seen it.
Here's Ayling, edge of the centre circle. Sarmiento, now he's on a charge. Twine thought about grabbing him, chose not to. Sarmiento gets it back. We're into 1 minute of added time, trying to go between 2 on this right-hand side. He may well win his team a throw. Oh no, comes back off the corner flag. Now, Britton, what can he do? Gives it to Hackney, left right edge of the penalty area. First time ball through from McGree. He's blocked out by the sheer number of white shirts at the edge of the penalty area. Sarmiento in the box, takes the shot. It cannons back that time off of McCrory, then spins across the penalty area and takes a deflection out for a corner. Final action of the first half will be a Middlesbrough corner on the far side.
Yeah, it's better. Sarmiento, bit of trickery in the box there, and then you're looking at it was Aidan Morris going and winning the second ball and getting the shot away. But again, when you're looking at Aidan, it was actually Riley McGree. He's trying that little reverse pass where he's a good player. He's scanning all the time. He can actually just take the touch himself. He's in the D. So actually take the touch yourself. What's on? Can you take it touch forward and get the shot away? Too many times they're trying this little reverse pass for the runner in behind.
Corner from the far side, the Middlesbrough left, it's headed out, edge of the penalty area, driven shot straight at Vitek, all on the ground from Riley McGree at the edge of the penalty area with his left foot. Vitek was behind it, and it's Vitek who's made the only saves of the game, one from a Matt Targett corner, and then right on the stroke of half-time in open play, the first shot on target, and that's courtesy of Riley McGree. Aside from that, Middlesbrough have dominated possession. They've had 6 shots in the first half, but yet they still can't find a goal. Half-time at the Riverside, Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0.
Adam, thank you very much. Let's run through that first half then with Chris Iwelumo then. And I've been hearing in your voice a bit of exasperation about the missed sort of opportunities or missed chances for teams to get themselves into a scoring position, Chris.
Yes, there's been some real excellent balls come in as well. You know, you look at the Tommy Conway chance, he has to hit the target at least, Natalie. And if the keeper pulls off an absolutely worldy save, happy days, but it's a poor effort. And then another excellent ball in from Aidan Morris. Well, he's in the box, little clip. You know, you're looking at Malanda has to get the contact, and if he doesn't, Luke Ayling has to be cleaning up behind him. So they've had a lot of the ball ball, which we knew they would have. It's just, again, they have to be better in front of goal. I expect changes. I'll be honest, even though they've been dominant, when you look at the bench, you know, you've got Whittaker on the bench, you've got players that can come on, Senny come on, that can make a positive influence, Strelic that comes on. Against this game is made for Strelic, because he's got such intelligent movement in the 18-yard box. They're trying to overplay Natalie. It must be so frustrating for the fans as well, because they're so dominant, playing out from the defence, playing into the middle third, and then they get into those wide areas, and then it's just the opportunity to get the touch and get a shot away. You can have a shot from distance. Is that gone from the game? We're not allowed to shoot from the 18-yard outside the 18-yard box anymore. What's going on?
I can hear it in your voice. You're just thinking, what is going on, like you just said. And you mentioned the frustration for the fans. It's like deja vu again with that Charlton game, because they're having the lion's share of the ball, like you mentioned. They've had more shots, only one on target, but they just can't make that breakthrough. It must be really, really frustrating, like you say, for everyone watching, especially for those Borough fans.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, I think when you look at it, when you're having so much of the ball, the whole point of have possession of the ball is to create opportunities and have shots. And okay, you're looking at the shots that they've had, but now Vitek's been comfortable. He's been comfortable. It was from a Matt Target corner that nearly caught him out, and he's reacted really well to it. So again, when you look at you're having so much of the ball, you look at the personnel, and you've got the quality on the bench. I think you've got to be ruthless. I think at this time of the season, you have to be ruthless. They've had their opportunity in the first 45. Give someone else a go out. So Strelic, Whittaker for me, half time, albeit go on and then just mix it up a little bit. Give the Bristol City something else to think about. I've got to say, Sinclair Armstrong and Emil Rees, you know, more so Armstrong has been excellent. He's actually made things happen without really creating anything, but that's what they have to do. They have to grow into the game. The confidence for the probably middle 10 minutes of the half, they actually had a little bit more of the ball, really put Middlesbrough on the back foot, but then that final ball, that final little bit of quality really let them down.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big second half coming our way, with Middlesbrough only now 2 points clear because of the point that they're gaining so far, but that does play into Millwall's hands, who are playing at 3 o'clock when they take on Blackburn.
Yeah, massive. This is what it's all about. This is what we love as well. You know, the Championship, it never fails to deliver. There's so many twists and turns, and trust me, you just have to have the bottle. The players have the bottle, they've got on the ball, they're controlling the game, but they just have to. If they get one here, Natalie, it could be 3 or 4. And that's the difference. There's just that first goal in this game is so important.
Okay, for now, Chris, thank you very much. So let's check in with how the Championship leaders, Coventry, are getting on in their game at home to Southampton. It's half-time there as well. Anil Condola.
Where it's Coventry 0, Southampton 0. No goals as of yet, but plenty of action from, of course, the Saints. Carl Laurin, he had a golden opportunity from 5 yards out, but put his shot just wide of the goal after a corner was swung in very dangerously by Ryan Manning. As for the home side, Liam Kitchen came closest just before the break. Daniel Peretz in goal for Southampton was forced into a brilliant save to tip it around the post, and then with virtually the last kick of the first half, Hadji Wright smashed a left-footed shot which went just wide. A strong start from both sides, looking to strengthen their push for promotion, but we're still waiting for the breakthrough. Half-time here at the CBS Arena, where it's Coventry 0, Southampton 0.
Anil, thank you very much. Let's just run you through the other half-time scores taking place in the EFL. We've run you through the top 2 in the Championship. Well, Oxford are goalless currently at home to Charlton, and the only other 12:30 in the Championship. In League One, 2 games kicked off at 12:30. Lincoln, the leaders, 1-0 up at home to Stockport, and Rotherham are 2-0 up at home to Bolton. And into League 2, 2 more games to bring you up to speed, with no goals as of yet between Harrogate and Salford, and quite a goal fest between Notts County and Chesterfield. It's 2-2 at the break. Notts County down to 10 men as well. That's the latest scores then. You're listening into EFL Live on Talksport 2 with McDonald's. Order delivery on the McDonald's app from 11 a.m, 18 and over. Fees do apply to delivery orders which are subject to availability, and price may vary.
EFL Live on Talksport 2 with McDonald's. Got Big McDonald's hunger? The Big Arch is here to stay. Available from 11 a.m, subject to availability. Price and participation may vary.
People are tuning into radio more than ever. Advertise here and get your message heard by up to 6.5 million switched on listeners every week. Email radio@news.co.uk.
The same band, the same chorus, different headphones. The Samsung Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. Try superior sound for 100 days. Love it or your money back. Buy the Samsung Galaxy Buds 4 Pro today at your nearest Currys store. Your sound, your way. Buy before the 30th of April. Register with Samsung within 30 days. T's and C's apply.
Steve's storage just isn't keeping up. He's running out of room fast. He needs something smarter and flexible enough to grow with his business. Choose the Big Doug Big Series range. Designed for strength, flexibility and ready to reconfigure or expand as your business grows. From shelving and workbenches to trolleys, garment rails and racking, the Big Series can handle it all. So what are you waiting for? Time to sort your shelf out. Order today at bigdoug.co.uk.
When life gives you that Friday feeling, get your restaurant faves in as little as 25 minutes on Deliveroo. Whether it's zesty lemon pepper wings from Wingstop, tasty noodle soup from Pho, or peri salted chips from Nando's. So when you've got that last email sent, the to-do list ticked, we've got dinner sorted. Deliveroo, now just got even better. Geographical restrictions, T's and C's and fees apply. Delivery times vary. See app or web for info.
It's the last chance to get yourself a ticket for tonight's Lotto draw.
It could be you.
Lotto from the National Lottery. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 18 or over.
With LV, I can get my car insurance from just £299. Just the price I'm after right now. And if I'm hit by an uninsured driver, I won't lose my no-claim discount because insurance is simple when it's me and LV.
No wonder we're rated excellent on Trustpilot. Get your quote today at lv.com. 10% of new customers paid £299 or less July to December 2025. Uninsured driver promise is non-fault accident only. Other vehicle and driver details required. LV General Insurance is part of Allianz.
Amazon Spring Deal Days is here with deals up to 40% off. So Gary here can get a little deal hunting done, hiding away from his seasonal chores. He deserves this moment to save big on electronics, outdoor, home and more. Is that footsteps, Gary? Get back to work! But just one more peek at the Amazon deals before... Oh, that is lovely. Hurry to get Amazon Spring Deals, up to 40% off from the 10th to the 16th of March. Selected products only.
There are many reasons to listen to Talksport's Weekend Sports Breakfast, but here are 5 for a start.
1.
Hear all the build-up to another huge weekend of top-flight football.
2.
Get the latest team news.
3.
Hear big-name interviews.
4.
Have your say on the issues of the day.
5.
Get top-class analysis from Shabana Hearn and Tony Cascarino.
What a start!
The Weekend Sports Breakfast, tomorrow morning from 6 on Talksport, with the Volkswagen Transporter from Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. Working with you.
Move over for a massive Monday night double on Talksport and Talksport 2.
From 8, Brentford versus Wolves in the Premier League on Talksport, while Portsmouth take on Derby County in the Championship on Talksport 2.
Marvel at a maelstrom of Monday night football on Talksport and Talksport 2.
Feel the power and the glory.
It's goal time.
And he scored, it's a brilliant goal!
Fired up and raring to go.
EFL Live
on Talksport 2.
Pulls it back towards Badger. It'll come towards Johnston. And Wallace will score. Jed Wallace with the equaliser.
Drops on the 6-yard line. And it's tucked away by Isaac Price. West Bromwich Albion have hit the front.
Got Coyle with him. He's gone for goal and he's scored. The goal out of absolutely nothing for the Tigers. Headed down. Pushed away by Hladky. And in off the underside of the crossbar. And he may well have kept them in playoff contention.
This is EFL Game Day Live. We're going to have second half commentary to come from the Riverside, where it's goalless currently between Middlesbrough and Bristol City. But later on this afternoon, we will be at the Hawthorns as West Brom look to get out of the relegation zone as they face playoff hopefuls Hull. Let's chat to our commentator for that one, and it's Ian Danter who joins us. How are you doing, Ian?
Very good, thanks, Natalie. How are you?
Yes, very, very well. And of course, this is going to be a great game coming up a little bit later on, because both these sides fighting for very different causes and both with, as I say, a lot at stake.
Yeah, you look at West Bromwich Albion, second bottom all of a sudden. I think it's fair to say it's probably any 2 from 5 teams to join Sheffield Wednesday in League One next season. And Albion haven't won in 2026, and they were so close to getting that win here in midweek against Southampton before a late equaliser for the Saints meant it finished 1-1. So James Morrison's already feeling the pressure as interim manager, and then Hull come here hoping that Middlesbrough don't pick up 3 points against Bristol City, just to give the Tigers a bit of hope that they can leapfrog Middlesbrough and get themselves into second, because that's a perfectly reasonable prospect for Hull if they can keep winning.
Just talking about West Brom then, as you mentioned, James Morrison back in interim charge for the second time this season. Where has it all gone wrong for them?
Oh boy. I think I was here the opening day of the season when they beat Blackburn by 1-0, West Brom, and it looked a functional team, very much mirroring its manager, Ryan Mason. No frills, nothing spectacular. It was just a good workmanlike performance that got them the 3 points. But unfortunately, in this division, that doesn't appear to be enough now. And you look at the inroads that teams have made that have got just that little bit of extra. And it seems like Wrexham with the work they've done in the transfer market, and it's borne fruit for them quite spectacularly so. And so West Brom just haven't really kicked on. I'm not sure that there's many leaders, Natalie, in this squad of West Brom players who can just grab some of the younger players by the scruff of the neck, say, come on, this is ours to grab. And the weird thing for me was, when I was here last night, I took in an hour of the game against Coventry. I was on my way up to the Etihad to work for Talksport a couple of weeks ago, but on my way up I thought, well, I'll check in this game, and Coventry coasted to a 2-0 win, but it wasn't toxic in here, Natalie. Do you know when you get that sort of apathy?
Yes, yeah.
Which is almost more dangerous than a toxic atmosphere, because the players, almost like a tacit acceptance from the Brummie Road end that they were going to lose to Coventry, and they've got to get themselves out of that mindset that the fan collective, the players, they've got to realise the situation they're in. It might be too late that they've suddenly realised, hang on, we're in the brown stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a vicious circle, isn't it? Because the team aren't performing, so the fans can't get up for it, and the fans can't then get the team performing, and it's that horrible cycle that they find themselves in. And
I think it was a bit better in midweek, though, I will say that. Apparently, from what I'm told, the performance here against Southampton was better.
But as you mentioned, that 1-1 draw, I mean, it was heartbreaking because it was a 90th minute equaliser that they conceded to Southampton, a bit of a kick in the teeth for them. But you mentioned the relegation picture, and it's absolutely fascinating in the Championship, especially when you consider that the teams in the mix, in the main, have all been Premier League sides at one stage.
It's true. I mean, you're running out of teams in this division who've never played Premier League football. We're following one of them at the moment in Bristol City and Millwall and Preston, and that's pretty much it, I think, in the Championship for teams that don't have Premier League experience. Yeah. Oxford, of course, were First Division, but it was a long time ago. But
football didn't start before Premier League. Come on.
I know all that garbage. I know, I hate it. But look, there's an awful lot to play for here this afternoon, and I think the first goal will be crucial.
Well, we look forward to chatting to you more ahead of that 3 o'clock kickoff. For now, though, Dance, thank you very much. Let's take you back to the Riverside where the teams are out then. Middlesbrough taking on Bristol City. Let's hand you to your commentary team of Chris Iwellamo and Adam Bridge.
Thank you, Natalie. Back for the second half. No changes for either sides at half-time. It's going to be Bristol City getting us underway, kicking from left to right in this second 45 minutes. I'm glad you joined us then. I've just been threatened with violence for calling my co-commentator a muppet earlier this morning. Dear, oh dear. Good timing, though, that we're underway. And it's an early chance maybe for Sinclair Armstrong, who tries to spin about 10 yards outside the Middlesbrough penalty area. Let's see what the two head coaches have said at half-time to inspire these two sides into some action. Conway's gone out wide to this left-hand side to pick that first ball up, and it's given back short here to Malanda. Now Target down this left-hand side, swings the ball to that far side again, and it's chested down by Britton, but can he keep it in? Oh, he's done brilliantly, actually. He's got away from the defender as well, towards the edge of the box. Brown tees it up for Riley McGree. This time, is he going to shoot? No, he just steps back and then feeds the ball short to Morris, and then Britton plays it on into the penalty area.
It's honestly embarrassing. I don't understand why Riley McGree can't put the ball in moves right. He then goes on to his left. The ball needs to go in the box. You've got 4 Middlesbrough players in the box waiting for delivery. He then passes it to Britton, who does a little reverse pass into an area that no one's playing. Surely the Target finding Britton outstanding. There has to be end product.
McGree also has a pretty good shot on him, but he doesn't seem to want to deploy that at this moment in time. Here's Luke Ayling on the far side for Middlesbrough. Former Bristol City man, of course, Luke Ayling, between 2014 2016. He's headed away from inside the penalty area by Mark Sykes. His ball in And it comes out to Sarmiento on this near side, and he's just put the ball into touch. And it'll be a throw for Bristol City midway inside their own half. Let's run you through those two teams then. As I say, unchanged from the first half, winning goal. Target Malanda, Ayling and Britton across the back. It's Morris in the holding midfield role, and then Sarmiento, McGree, Hackney and Brown in behind Tommy Conway, who is up top for Middlesbrough. Vitex in goal. Ailey, Knight and Pring are the back three for Bristol City. Sykes and McCrory, the wing backs. Morsey and Randall in the middle, with Twine behind Armstrong and Rees. And out of possession, very much a 5-3-2 for Bristol City, and it's been effective so far. 2 minutes into the second half, because it's 0-0.
Yeah, it has. You know, I think I am really surprised that changes haven't been made at half time. Not unless they've had that little talk. They have been dominant. They have got themselves into excellent areas, so maybe try and keep that momentum. But Sarmiento, for me, he's dropping a little bit deeper. He's coming inside. I think you've got to stay, force this defensive unit back, make them think over their shoulders, just not being at it.
Well, and they've looked after it quite nicely on this occasion. On this right-hand side there did Sykes and Ailey, just to keep hold of possession. At what point, if you are Struber, do you go, well, we've done that, when do you release the shackles to try and win the game, or don't you? Just keep it, try and snatch a goal?
Keep it the exact same. Obviously, dead ball situations, corner kicks always play a massive part, but they've had moments where the likes Rees and Armstrong have been 2v2 or 2v3 in obviously Middlesbrough's favour, and it's just the wrong decision. The pass or execution is let them down.
Here's Malanda. I'll ask you, are they a bit slow and ponderous on the ball sometimes?
But he said that to them. He's told them. He said to Ailey, he said to Malanda, you've got to look for the diag. Matt Target's done the big one to Britton, because that's always on. Target's always free, but they don't get enough ball. It's always playing into the bodies where the numbers are.
Clip ball down this right-hand side for Rees to try and chase. He ran a lot in the first half, Rees, often after lost causes. Sam Morsey there just dragging the rest of the Bristol City side forward, including Adam Randall, just to say, come on, we've got them in the corner, let's hem them in a little bit. Morsey's experience shining through, of course, 34 years of age now, Sam Morsey, the Egyptian.
Well, look at Sam Morsey and Riley McGree, look at the space that's around them. So this is when I'm expecting more from Riley McGree. When you're looking at that, if you've got Hackney and you've got Alan Brown and those 210s, the rotation needs to be, can't always be Aidan Morris coming to collect the ball off the defensive unit. It's a free kick.
Well, I was going to say, if Morsey's job is to be sitting on Riley McGree, he's not doing it great, because McGree's getting lots of space for making bad decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the free kick, which is just outside the centre circle for Middlesbrough at the start of this second half. We've almost had 4.5 minutes at the Riverside. The shadows just beginning to encroach on the pitch further. Not a cloud in the sky, as Ayling will chase after that one back towards his own half because of another stray pass from this Middlesbrough side. Here's Malanda. Now it's Target on this left-hand side. Maybe a bit of urgency here from Aidan Morris potentially. That's better. Callum Britton with the early ball in. Wow. He's met that first time on the angle of the penalty area, and the experienced 28-year-old just fires it well over the crossbar.
So unlike him as well, because I think it's an excellent ball to Hayden Hackney, who's basically in that right channel. He just needs to take a touch. If he takes a touch, then he makes up. There's 3 players at the edge of the box. One can go near, middle, far, and he can just put that ball in between last defender and goalkeeper. But by taking it on first time, you're putting more pressure on yourself.
Solbrin will clear for Middlesbrough away to our left-hand side. Remember, all 3 championship games at half-time today were all goalless, 0-0. They're underway in the second half, and already a goal. Southampton have scored at the CBS. Flynn Downs, 3 minutes into the second half. So the leaders, Coventry 0, Southampton 1. We'll get the details on that goal from Anil Kandola shortly. Here come Middlesbrough down this left-hand side. Here's Sarmiento cutting in towards the centre circle on his right foot. Nice switch of play. Callum Britton on that right-hand side has got time to think about a measured ball. Instead, he plays it early, and it's intercepted by Bristol City, who will then break with McCrory over halfway or into the feet of Rees. Oh, it's a 3-on-2 now for Bristol City. The charge is on. Rees, edge of the penalty area, still going on his right foot, fires the shot wide of the right-hand post of Bryn away to our right-hand side. What an opportunity He had several chances to pass, he chose not to and fired wide.
And I think he'd done the right thing there, because you're looking at the run from Armstrong, you look at the run from McCrory as well. He just took the defenders away. He has that athleticism and power in his running as well. The only thing, he's got to hit the target. It's not the best connection of the ball, but those scruffy ones sometimes just find their way into that bottom corner.
Coming together on that far side, McCrory is furious. I think Hackney might be, well, someone's getting booked here. There's definitely a yellow card that's coming out. Long conversation between Stephen Martin and Scott Twine right now. And Martin just telling a few of the other Bristol City players to go away. Twine is booked. In fact, I think both Twine's been booked, and I've got a feeling Morsey may well have been booked at the same time there.
Yeah, it looked like that. I'm just looking at what it was. There was just a little coming together. It was McCrory that went down and on top of the player. So I think it's just talking back there. Morsey and Twine.
Referee not having it. Free kick to Middlesbrough. Midway inside their own half on that far side, the right-hand side, and it's too
pedestrian. It's far too slow. You're looking at Ayling there. He can play the ball into Aidan Morris. He can play the ball to Sarmiento, and he took 3-4 touches and then gives it to Malanda, who's 4 metres from him.
Clip down this near side is really poor that time from Aidan Morris, and again there's still chatting going on, and I think Jason Knight, should I say, has been called in to have a conversation. I think Morsey is still complaining, probably now moaning about the fact he's had a yellow card, and therefore the referee feels he needs to get the Bristol City captain involved. And I think Morsey needs to be careful here.
Yeah, 100%.
Gerhard Struber may feel that. He has, of course, amongst his substitutes, got Max Bird, who got his first start last time out. He's amongst the substitutes today and could well come on if there's an issue with Morsey or you need to protect him. Twine just putting a foot up to try and win it there. Ayling got there first. Now it's Conway, loses out. Ball picked up by Morsey in the centre circle. Helped on its way that time towards Twine, who tried to play a ball forward. Now the counter's on. Hayden Hackney out on the right-hand side on the charge. Is Britton, right-footed ball played across, comes towards Hackney, who nods it goalwards. Oh, and Vitek comes out for it, loses it between the two defenders. They get it away, but only as far as the edge of the penalty area. Calamitous stuff from Bristol City at the back. Here's Sarmiento to the right-hand side. Britton's going to shoot 25 yards out, takes a deflection and goes to the right-hand side of the right-hand post. Oh, and there's a bit of shoving here. Vitek getting in and a little pushing and shoving that time with Ailey at the edge of the 6-yard area. They've taken this corner quickly. Here's the shot from Norris, saved by Vitek. The rebound is saved in the second attempt, and eventually does it bundle over the line? The referee intervenes, blows his whistle. And no, all along Vitek's had it. There's 3 players in the net, but not the ball. Vitek has somehow kept hold of it.
Well, it looked at the goalkeeper is halfway over the line himself. He must have got the ball in his midriff and kept it right underneath. It has to be a goal anyway. It's an excellent shot. Aidan Morris goes to the near post. Vitek makes an excellent save. And he's followed in. How can you not hit the target? I tell you what, everyone threw at themselves at it as well. He's done ever so well there, Vitek.
It was Alan Brown's shot, and I think that was the problem. In the end, they all just piled it on top of Vitek. So the referee felt he had to blow the whistle. But obviously, with the goal decision system, they would know if it went over.
You can see it. He's done well there, lad. I'm sorry.
He's protected it brilliantly with his body, hasn't he? He's arched his entire body over the top of the ball to look after it. Excellent piece of goalkeeping from the Czech keeper.
Alan Brown, that has to be in the roof of the net. So much room for error there, isn't it? You just got to lash that power high.
Well, he scored against Queen's Park Rangers last week, did Alan Brown. All of his 4 goals actually have come since January this season. Former Preston man. Nearly 375 appearances in the league for Preston for Alan Brown before he made the move. Here's a chance, Conway gets it across. Oh, it's a poor ball in the penalty area. He had it wide on this left-hand side. Really messed up the pass across the box. Here's Sarmiento to try and make something more of it for Middlesbrough. Onto his left foot, pulls it back inside the area. That's poor defending that time in the box from Knight. Now comes out to Conway, tees it up towards McGree, then just tries to lay another pass into the penalty area rather than shooting. Target goes down, wants a foul. Here's Rees, held back by Ayling, was he? Referee says no. McCrory on that far side loses out as Britton wins the challenge. Now it's up to halfway. Armstrong loses easily to Malanda. Here come Middlesbrough again from halfway. The centre half Malander into the feet of Riley McGree. McGree to the right. Here's Britton. Britton's right-footed ball across, brilliantly blocked. Malander then swings it in just over the top of the bar and behind for a goal kick.
I tell you what, Ailey's just absolutely thrown Tommy Conway to the ground as well when the ball got passed out wide. You're not going to get it. It's happened to you many times. It's better. The fans play a massive part, but they need to get something to get behind as well.
And Fury, as there's a conversation taking place that time between Randall and the goalkeeper. Plenty of goals in League 2. Notts County 2, Chesterfield 2 now, as things stand. Still only one goal in the Championship, that coming in the game between Coventry and Southampton at the CBS Arena. Here's Luke Ayling on that far side. Ball clipped out wide to the far side. There's a foul. Referee again is going to get the yellow card out here. And it's another booking for Derby, this time Sinclair Armstrong. I don't think it's been a dirty game yet. The cards are flying.
Yeah, it's not been. It was a strong challenger from Armstrong as well. So it's just, again, they've got to move it quicker. Luke Ayling found himself in a tricky position. Too many touches. I think he's got to go back to Sol Bryn. Sol Bryn sees the picture, can take it, and he's got that distribution as well.
4 yellow cards, all to Bristol City so far. Morsey, Twine, Pring and Ailey. In fact, 5 yellow cards now, with the addition of Sinclair Armstrong as well. On the far side, the ball is picked up down that right-hand side by Hayden Hackney. Forward to Callum Britton, who's finding loads of space on that right-hand side. Here's Ayling. Little ball into Hackney again. Worked back towards Morris. Down the line, little layoff from Brown. Ayling again. It's good defensive work here from Bristol City to keep them out, and that ball out of play for a throw on that far side for Bristol City.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. They're keeping the pressure on. A couple of changes being made now.
On that far side, it's going to be a throw for City. 2 changes though for Middlesbrough first. And we're going to see the introduction of David Stelek down below. And he's going to be joined by Leo Castledine as well. Riley McGree, one of the players who's coming off. And the other player departing is going to be Jeremy Sarmiento. What do you make of those two, Chris?
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it. I think Tommy Conway will drop into that kind of as a 10. Strelick will lead the line as a point. You know, they have that understanding. You know what you're going to get from Conway as well. And like you said, I thought Leo Castledine, he came on against Charlton and had really made a really positive influence as well. Had some 3 big opportunities that he should have done better with, in fairness.
Throw in for Bristol City on the far side then. Couple of changes then for Middlesbrough. How will they pan out? Conway now out wide on this left-hand side. Early bit of running down this near side by Castledine. Infield it goes, picked up by Hackney. Hackney's got support from Target on this left-hand side. Castledine out wide, trying to get involved in the game immediately. Does. Brilliant ball. Here's Target at the byline. Cuts it across, header straight into the keeper's arms from Alan Brown from about 8 yards out. Got his head to it. Perhaps could have done better. Counter on. Armstrong down this right-hand side. Just palms off Hackney. Armstrong still going. Good intervention in the end on this near side from Norris, and it was needed.
Well, Castledine, Target, linking up well. Fantastic ball in from Target. Alan Brown again. There wasn't really enough pace, so you've got to generate it yourself, but he had that much time. He could take it on his chest. There was no one around him.
Down this left-hand side on the attack towards the corner flag is Tommy Conway. Loses out. Throw, though, goes the way of Middlesbrough, right by the corner flag. Conway will take it. Much better from the Borough in the second half. Hour gone on Talksport 2. It remains 0-0. Here's Morris. Right-footed ball to the far side. Britton's there. He's got Ayling with him. Midway inside the Bristol City territory. Now a chance for Morris. Wide on the far side is Britton. 25 yards out from goal. Looks to play the 1-2 with Brown, but Brown instead goes back to Ayling. Ayling now wants the drop in short from Castledine, which comes, and no one's reading that ball, and it's out of play on the far side for what will be a throw in to Bristol City. Reminder, West Bromwich Albion against Hull is coming up for you from 3 o'clock this afternoon right here on Talksport 2. Over on Talksport, we're around the grounds. That started at 1 this afternoon. All the goals as they go in from the Premier League and up and down the EFL, Scotland and the National League this afternoon with Adrian. That's over on Talksport right now. If you've got the Talksport app, you can swipe between the two. And don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, after the game day phone-in, we'll bring you West Ham against Man City, live and exclusive to National Radio. That's our Premier League game tonight at 8 o'clock. West Ham desperate for those Premier League points, as are Man City, to try and close in on Arsenal, of course, and they'll look to bounce back from that shocking 3-0 defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League in midweek. That's the rest of our live football action for you today across the Talksport network, but we've got plenty of time left here, just under half an hour to go. At the Riverside, where it remains Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0.
Yeah, seen a lot of the ball. You know, they're going a little bit more direct, but again, just that quality target, the big ball to Britton there, overhit, just forcing the issue. And this is where I think when you don't have that presence, that outlet, and saying that Whittaker's on the bench, Whittaker could come on and be, but he's not one of them that's going to go and win his aerial duels, crosses going into the box, linking up with others. He's more of getting the ball, being direct. They don't really have a different type of player that can go from back to front with quality.
Yeah, beware the bottom of the table. Oxford are at it again, and they could be going above Portsmouth and Blackburn and Leicester in the table as things stand. Now 1 up against Charlton as things stand. Cameron Brannigan, so often the scorer of a key goal for Oxford. He's got them in front. Here, Middlesbrough have it inside the centre circle. It's Target down this left-hand side. Clips the ball through for Conway to try and run onto. Important interception from Sykes. Only gets it away, though, as far as Alan Brown. Conway inside the box. Left-footed ball clipped across towards the back post. Strelick was looking to get there. It's Britton it comes down to. Castledine on the far side. Gives it out wide to Britton once more. Here's Hackney, edge of the penalty area. Tees that one up for the right-footed shot of Morris that fires over the crossbar and behind for a goal kick to Bristol City. At 3 o'clock today, West Bromwich Albion in real trouble, particularly with that Oxford goal going in. They take on Hull here live on Talksport 2, and at the Hawthorns with the team news, Ian Danton.
Yeah, you're dead right, Adam. With that goal that Oxford have scored, it really piles the pressure on the Baggies, who haven't won in 2026. 2 changes from the draw they got here against Southampton in midweek. Phillips in for Gilchrist and Madgett in for DK. Hull, who won convincingly at Wrexham last time out, make 3 changes. Former Albion defender Ajayi in at the back for McNair. Coyle for Drame and Crooks for Hadzianovic coming to the Hull midfield. It's live with us. As soon as you're done, they're up in the northeast, Adam. It is West Brom against Hull City.
3 o'clock this afternoon, that game will kick off, and of course Ian will keep you across all the goals as they go in across the EFL, the Premier League, and elsewhere throughout the afternoon. We're getting to that time of the season. Where are we? 38, week 38 for most of the championship sides. It is getting nerve-wracking at the top and at the bottom as well. Reminder, Coventry losing as we speak at home to Southampton, who are trying to push for those playoff places and keep the pressure on Wrexham, who got the better of Swansea last night, live here on Talksport 2. You're listening to the EFL live on Talksport 2 with McDonald's. Order delivery on the McDonald's app from 11 a.m, 18 plus. Fees apply to delivery orders, subject to availability. Price may vary. Middlesbrough have it, as they have had for about 70% of this game.
Yeah, and to be fair, you know, there's still, every time Bristol City get it.
Here they come, Middlesbrough. Here's a chance for a goal! And finally they find the back of the net, and the substitution has worked. Castledine, the goal scorer, and Middlesbrough have the goal they richly deserve. The Riverside erupts off the underside of the bar and in, and the substitution pays off for Kim Hellberg. And delight on Teesside. It's Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 0.
It's a wonderful goal. Hayden Hackney down that right hand side. Just ask the question in behind. Great little quality, pace to the ball as well. And it's all about the ball. Castledine, he done it. He came on on, he made an influence, he had a big opportunity, he's redeemed himself, because straight away he's alive to it. He's found himself in between both centre-backs, and you know what, in off the underside of the crossbar, goes high, power. I've got to say, Vitek has no chance whatsoever. It's an excellent striker. There's a little bobble in the ball as well. He's done well to keep the control there, Castledine. Fantastic goal.
Hadn't scored since the 1st of January when he was at Huddersfield, but he's opened up his Middlesbrough account today. And listen to the roar. Maybe the Borough's found itself a new hero. Hayden Hackney is on the floor. He's going to need to be treated here. But a perfect substitution from Kim Helberg, and the relief is palpable.
And this is where now this place will be absolutely rocking. The pressure's on Bristol City to come out and try and get something from the game. Plays into the way that Middlesbrough want to play, who's dominant with the ball, and then they go and get a second. Can they go and get a third? That's what it's all about. Have to make sure defensively sound at the back, they do not concede.
Well, it's no surprise that 7 of the Bristol City players have kind of started conducting their own team meeting while Hackney has this treatment in and around the centre circle, because they know they have to do something slightly differently. Sam Bell is going to be the first substitute to come on for Bristol City to maybe offer them something a little different. I'd have thought maybe Emil Rees could be the one to make way.
Yeah, well, he's one of them, I think. He done this against Coventry when I thought Bristol City, they had the extra man, they were all on top, and he made a change. Armstrong.
No, Sinclair Armstrong.
Yeah. He made that many changes, they lost the momentum in the game, and Coventry got a little bit more of a foothold, even with a man less.
Well, as things stand, we talked about Middlesbrough keeping up the heat and keeping the gap between themselves, Millwall and Ipswich. They'll close into 5 points on Coventry. Still a long way to go. I know it's only 8 games after this, but still 24 points to play for.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it as well. You know, I think it's a lot of football still to be played. It's just about getting momentum, making winning a habit, doing whatever it takes to go over the line. They've got that goal, that all-elusive goal that's evaded them too many games, especially here. So it's important now they build on that now. Can we see, or do they go? Come just straight away, they've went, right, let's go. Defensively sound, I think you've got to go and turn the sword.
Belzon gets his first touch on that far side. Oh, lovely little twist and turn to try and break away, but Middlesbrough will try and counter. The offside flag got to go up there, surely, as soon as the ball is touched by Strelec. How has he not flagged him as offside? I thought he was at least 2 or 3 yards offside. I may have been wrong. My eyes could be deceiving me, but he was 2 or 3 yards beyond the last 2 defenders. Pressure's on that far side. Ball has to be dealt with by Cameron Pring, and it's Morsey who'll pick it up at the edge of his own box. That ball's laid into the centre, looking for Bell, who was chasing after it. Instead, it's going to be taken down here by Norris and dropped in short to Hackney, who's recovered. He's been treated by the physio, and he's back on the field of play here for Middlesbrough, who lead by a 1-0 at the midway point of this second half. Out wide on this left-hand side, it's Conway. Conway's on the charge, on his right foot. Seems much better when he's in a slightly wider area. Castled in the goal scorer, into Strelec. And now Britain's arriving. Angle of the box, right-footed ball drilled across the penalty area behind everyone. And out for a throw on this near side.
Yeah, it's much better. Look at the bodies there. Callum Britton, it wasn't a shot as well. He's just trying to put it into an area. And I don't mind him if he tries to take a shot on there, because it's going to cause Vitek all problems. But you can see there's an urgency now. They've got the goal. You know, listen to this place, absolutely rocking as well. You could feel the tension before they got that goal.
88 points is the average to get automatic promotion out of the Championship, although obviously the last couple of seasons we've seen ridiculous numbers getting promoted. 94 has been one of the bare minimums. If you think that Coventry are on 77 with 8 games to go, so still another 11 points to reach the average that's been posted to get automatic promotion. Still a long way to go. 3 or 4 wins required in 8 games. Been on a good run, of course, Coventry. Could be shuddering to a halt today against Southampton. Left-footed ball into the penalty area, taken up nicely here by Ross McCrory inside the Middlesbrough box. It's out as far as Morsey. Morsey right-footed, clips the ball in, and out will come Solbrin, who will collect that really nicely.
That's what you want from your goalkeeper in moments like that. Now a ball from Moss, it's not a bad ball at all. It's really kind of putting the defence under a little bit of pressure, but Solbrin dominant. You know, he comes out, communicates, good hands as well. Just instills that confidence into that defensive unit in front of him.
Now this will be the worry for Middlesbrough. Hayden Hackney has gone down again. We mentioned earlier he's the only one who started, an outfield player who started every single Championship game this season for Middlesbrough. He went down a few minutes ago, they treated him.
from what it looked like, it just like his ankle. I think he's kind of just rocked his ankle. But this is when you take him off. You've got quality. Alan Brown and Aidan Morris are on the pitch already. You can take him off and still be comfortable in this game with the quality that you have.
Alex Gilbert's coming on, the Irishman, signed from Brentford in 2023. 24 years of age. He's going to drop into the midfield in place of Hackney.
Well, he's been another revelation under Elberg as well. I remember he gave him a few games, got that goal against Hull in one of his first starts as well. He's been outstanding. So it just shows you straight away when you're a manager, you come into an already probably a very successful squad. You look at the little, where can I make a difference? And when you see the likes of Gilbert and the quality he has, and you come, and he just brings the quality and competitiveness even more so in the squad.
Goals going in League One. Stockport have equalised away at Lincoln. Lincoln 1, Stockport County 1. Bolton have pulled one back against Rotherham. It's Rotherham 2, Bolton 1 as things stand. And Chesterfield lead again against Notts County. Notts County 2, Chesterfield 3. Reminder, in the 3 championship games that are underway at 12:30 today. Coventry 0, Southampton 1. It's Oxford 1, Charlton 0. And here, of course, Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 0. Boxing for you tonight after the West Ham Man City game on Talksport. Jazza Dickens against Anthony Kakache from Dublin. That'll be at 10 o'clock. The undercard for that fight night will be on Talksport 2 this evening as well. And we've got more live football for you Monday night. In the Premier League, it's Brentford against Wolves at 8 o'clock on Talksport. And on Talksport 2, Portsmouth against Derby. Now down the right-hand side, here come Middlesbrough again. Ball across the 6-yard area. And the intervention of Sykes was required as Strelec pulled it over. And it's cleared by Sykes into touch on that far side.
Well, I'm looking at that, and if I'm Strelec there, I am going mad at Conway and Castledine as well. He's done everything right. The time of the run, the weight of the ball was excellent. He's got in behind. He's not going for goal. Conway, Castledine have to break their neck. It's the easiest goal they'll get this season if they do.
17 minutes to go. 1-0 Middlesbrough lead here on Talksport 2. Norris out wide to Conway on this near side. Target back to Malanda. Target just inside his own half. Forward he goes. Former Villa man, of course, and Southampton on loan from Newcastle. First ever brace against Birmingham. Also scored against Preston and Derby. It's not been a bad season for goals for Matt Target, all in all. Throw from this near side. I want it taken in the right place. And it will be taken by Mark Sykes. Goes back towards his own penalty area. Noah Ailey. Then it's Vitek. Here's Morsey, looking to step away from Gilbert's chasing after him. Does well, gets it out on this near side where it's picked up by Randa. And now in the middle of his own half, the ball is at the feet of Cameron Pring. No urgency at the moment from Bristol City, despite trailing by a goal to nil. They've lost their last 4 in all competitions. This would be a 5th defeat in 6 league games as well. That one's clipped through towards Sam Bell, headed away by Malanda, who has the aerial advantage. Given away then by Gilbert to Bell. There'll be a throw on this right-hand side for Bristol City, right by the corner flag. Taken quickly. Bell inside the box, helped on its way. Edge of the 6-yard area. It's hacked clear by Ayling this time. Real battle royal going on in the middle of the park between Morsey and Gilbert. On this occasion, it's gone the way of Gilbert. Oh, Castledine actually.
Yeah, Castledine. I never thought it was a free kick. I thought Morsey had done everything right. I thought Castledine, fantastic little scan, tried to protect the ball. Morsey's got every right to go for that. Both at it as well. Very surprised that Stephen Martin, the referee, has given that one there.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. This will be a first win for Borough then against Bristol City for 5 years. Should it stay like this, as that ball's won on the far side by Scott Twine. Forward he clips it. Not really seen Scott Twine in those kind of positions of danger today for Bristol City. Oh, that's brilliant from Ayling. Down that right-hand side, dancing forward, but then maybe just one too many as he takes it in front of Cameron Pring, who wins the ball back. Twine then loses possession. Edge of his own box on the far side. Alan Brown towards the corner flag. Holds the ball up nicely for Middlesbrough and the rest of his men in red who come to support. And they arrive in numbers and go back towards halfway, where again Adilson Malanda is there. Signed in August, was at Charlotte between August and December before being recalled. He plays in place of Darryl Fry again today in the heart of that back line for Middlesbrough, which could be heading to yet another clean sheet. They have it forward once more. Norris charging towards the edge of the penalty area. Castledine, the goal scorer. He's there, he supports, he finds Norris, who's on the charge again. Then there's a foul, free kick for Bristol City inside their own penalty area, away to our left-hand side, and we're into the last 15 minutes here, and it's 1-0 to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, it's excellent play from Middlesbrough. You know, the build-up, I just think overplay, you know, especially when you get into that 18-yard box there. Castledine can get the open up the goal and get the shot away. Aidan Morris can get the shot away as well, but they're just looking for the pass rather than asking that question of the opposition goalkeeper.
Throw in on this left-hand side for Middlesbrough, just inside their own half. It's Target. They've got control of the game. They're not really searching out a second at this moment in time, Middlesbrough. They're very content with things the way they are. 13 and a half minutes to go, leading by a goal to nil.
In fairness, it's what are Bristol City doing? What reaction? Are they posing a threat? So this is where just keep control of the ball, and in every opportunity, if you can get forward into those attack areas to create an opportunity, take it on. But at the minute, I'm not seeing any. There's no urgency with Bristol City without the ball here. You're 1-0 down.
Max Bird's going to come on for Bristol City. In the meantime, Middlesbrough probing around the edge of the Bristol City penalty area. There's a chance for a shot again from Morris. Vitek goes low down to his right-hand side and makes the save. Not for the first time. That's gone out of play, and that is going to be a corner. I think he thought he could get away with it then, Mark Sykes, but not when you've got about 3,000 or 4,000 Middlesbrough fans in line with that, and the assistant on the far side too.
Yeah, I thought what he fainted to do, just kick the ball off Tommy Conway there. As soon as that, it takes too long. Now there's no urgency there whatsoever, but again, Conway keeping the pressure on. But it's like you say, Middlesbrough are completely in control as they have been all game, but 1-0, it's a very dangerous scoreline.
A quiet game for Scott Twine, who's gone off down below. Max Bird replacing him. Not really seen the Scott Twine that Bristol City need, but he's not had the service.
But you're not going to see him today when Middlesbrough have so much of the ball. His responsibility is to probably drop in and make that a flat three beside Mossy and Aidan Morris. But when you do get the ball, and to be fair, Reece and Armstrong did.
Well, Target's ball in, takes a flick. Strelec did brilliantly. It almost fell at the feet of Malander inside the penalty area. It's cleared out for a throw on this near side for Middlesbrough. It's another teasing ball from this near side from Matt Target, the left-hand side for Middlesbrough. So it was an away swinger that time, almost as effective as his in-swinger from the first half. Here's Ayling, just short of halfway. On to Aidan Morris, who's seen plenty of the ball in this second half, and in space as well. To the right he goes where Britton's waiting. Alan Brown makes a run outside of him. He goes back inside to Ayling. Gilbert comes across to help out, but instead it's Britton and Ayling, and now they're happy to just keep the ball around halfway, Middlesbrough. They've held that goal advantage with 11 and a half minutes remaining here. They're closing the gap as things stand on Coventry to 5 points. Oh, that's given away by Malander, but the ricochet, as he was put under pressure by Emil Rees, is going to safely fall into the arms of Sol Bryn away to our right-hand side. And that's why one goal sometimes is never enough.
No, and I have to say, I think Malander, for me, he's a Premier League centre-back. I think he's got that quality. But those little things, he has to get out of his game. That little flick when he's 1v1 with Rees there cannot happen. Just keep doing things right. Don't be complacent in any way. Don't give them an opportunity just from you not being at it. And this is where you just need to control the game of the ball, which they've done more often than not, but don't take risks in the defensive areas.
Long clearance forward for Bristol City. A little bit more direct this time towards Rees. Won by Morsey. There's a handball there from Morsey. The referee says no, because I think it did ricochet off his thigh up onto his outstretched right arm. It's on halfway. It means Bristol City keep possession and go down the left-hand side. Here's Sam Bell. Lovely little spin and turn to get the better of Ayling. And Ayling just a little hand down on him, maybe. And the referee says no, but it is a corner for Bristol City on that left-hand side.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right decision. I think both players were at it.
Oh, they've taken this quickly. Here's Bird, edge of the penalty area. Right-footed ball swung over, headed away by Malander. Comes out on this right-hand side. Going to be loaded back in by Knight, and it's straight down the throat of Sol Bryn in the Middlesbrough goal. The fans want a second. Is the energy there from the Middlesbrough players. Strelek's made a run. Oh, it's over the top of them all. Strelek's through on the keeper. Must finish it, surely. Brilliant save from Radek Vitek. I don't know whether we praise the keeper a lot or we say that Strelek really should have done better. Either way, it's a corner.
Yeah, you said brilliant save, Adam. Strelek has to bury that. He's got so much time. The ball's even in the air. He can even just go like that and just lift it over the keeper there. But he makes it easy. Actually, I think Vitek saves it with his right foot as well there. 1v1, excellent ball, excellent run. He's got to finish. He's got to finish.
I was going to say, the run and the gamble from Strelek were excellent, weren't they? He worked out, if that bounces over their head, I'm in here, and he was.
Yeah, exactly. He read the flight of the ball, seen the bounce he was in, and the ball was perfect for him. He could have put the laces through it. He could just lob the keeper. Definitely as well. Has to be better in those situations.
He's got 2 in his last 3 games. Could have continued that run today. Target's ball in, Ayling with a header. He arrives at the front of the 6-yard area, and him and his man bun just guide that ball wide of the left-hand post.
Yeah, again, he's attacked it well. All the pace was on the ball itself. He's just trying to find that bottom right-hand corner, but it was always just spinning away. He wasn't far away at all. Unmarked as well, free header. Probably should hit the target.
Morsey's off. A few boos and cheers for Morsey, former Borough man, of course. Tommy Horvat is the player that's coming on into the middle of the park. Another change for Bristol City. Remains Coventry 0, Southampton 1. Oxford 1, Charlton 0. It means Oxford are climbing above all of those 5 sides who are battling it out to avoid relegation in those last 2 spots. Here's Bell, brilliant ball on, chance for Bristol City, good defending in the end as Bird gets his shot away. That's excellent from Callum Britton. It was a tight angle, but Britton needed to intervene, which he did, and it's a corner for Bristol City.
What just shows you a threat. This is when Bristol City take necessary risks, throw everything at it to get back in the game. Excellent defensive timely challenge here from Callum Britton.
Here's the corner, left-footed, swung over into the danger zone. All bounces down a couple of times, and the referee sees a foul, and it will be a free kick for Middlesbrough, edge of the 6-yard area. We could be in for a decent last 7.5 minutes here as Bristol City start to go for it.
This is when you look at the opportunities that Middlesbrough have had. 2-0. What happened last night at the Wrexham game? That second goal just gives them that little bit of calm, that little bit of peace to see out the last few minutes.
Free kick is on the penalty spot away to our right-hand side, and it will be taken by Solbrin, 25-year-old. He's given the youth system here at Middlesbrough. A couple of loan spells out at Swindon and Queen of the South as well, but he's been the number 1 choice throughout this season. Joe Wildsmith joining in January after a spell at West Bromwich Albion was cut short. But it's all been about Solbrin. Oh, that's given away, and on that far side again, Ayling has to slide in with a challenge and concedes the throw for Bristol City, 10 yards inside the Middlesbrough half. Knight just trying to work it forward on that far side with the help of McCrory, and it's going to be a throw to Middlesbrough this time on halfway.
So this is what I think Strelek's done. He does ever so well. He doesn't allow himself to be marked, but he just kind of hovers into the space or in between the centre backs. So straight away, if it's on, he can get it to feet. If it's on, he's already kind of got the angle and to get in behind as well if the ball is right. You know, I think he's a very intelligent player from the positions that he picks up.
Header won that time at the back by McCrory, and Strelek is chasing hard here. He's not going to get there. Vitek will clear it with that same right boot that saved Strelek's shot a few moments ago. Bell on that far side will try and keep the ball in. He doesn't quite manage it. It's out for a throw on the right for Middlesbrough, midway inside their own half. You listen to Talksport 2, you're home with the EFL. 6 minutes to go. Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 0. We're off to the Hawthorns for West Bromwich Albion against Hull at 3 o'clock. That's our live commentary for you from the Championship this afternoon. Tonight at 8 o'clock it's West Ham against Man City. So crucial games regardless of which division across the Talksport network throughout the rest of today, and all the Premier League games, 2 of them that kick off at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and the rest of the EFL, of course, Scotland and the National League, well covered for you by Adrian Durham around the grounds, which is over on Talksport right now. The match day phone in at 5:30 will bring you all the goals as they go in 2 Premier League games today. Arsenal against Everton and Chelsea against Newcastle, ahead of course our live commentary tonight, exclusive of West Ham against Man City. Here's Morris on the charge, Castleton the goal scorer, gets towards the byline, can't get the ball in. They've messed up another breakaway, Middlesbrough. 5 to go to the end of this game, and it'll be a goal kick for Bristol City.
Everything about the break was excellent. Even the pass from Aidan Morris. Castledine takes it with the outside of his right boot. If he takes it with his left, he's taking it straight in on goal. It makes no sense why he would go with the right foot.
Still young, 20 years of age. Had a good time in his short spell at Huddersfield. 10 goals in his 23 appearances before making the switch to the Riverside. And he's opened his Borough account, and how crucial come the end of the season could that goal turn out to be. You have players go through peaks and troughs at this time of the season or throughout the season. You just hope you can find one who's having a peak at the right time to cover for the others. Southampton have a second. Coventry 0, Southampton 2. A rare home defeat incoming for Coventry City against Southampton, a team in form right now, and that game of course got underway at 12:30 as well. So this could be a big win for Middlesbrough. Here's Conway, maybe a chance to seal it now, on the charge towards the edge of the box. Tommy Conway against his former team, and he tries his shot, and it's well blocked in the end by Ailey. And now Bristol City will try and counter. Long ball down this right hand side. Reese has done excellently to get the wrong side of, or the right side should I say, of Malander. Has the ball, he's got support arriving. Now a chance maybe to tee something up here. Edge of the penalty area, left footed shot is deflected, and it's picked up by Middlesbrough, and they'll have possession again. And we can get news of that goal at the CBS Arena, or we can in a moment, because there's a chance maybe for Bristol City on this right hand side, looking to play it forward. It's towards the edge of the penalty area, and there's a foul. It'll be a free kick for Bristol City, edge of the box. Let's quickly go to the CBS with a Neil Candola.
Where it's Coventry 0, Southampton 2, and it's Kuryo Matsky who has doubled the Saints' lead in the 83rd minute. The corner was taken in on this left-hand side by James Bree, and there was Kuryo Matsky in the right place at the right time in the 6-yard box. It seemed to just trickle off him past Carl Rushworth in the goal. And a reminder, this will be Coventry's second defeat all season here at the CBS Arena, with just 4 minutes remaining of the 90. It's Coventry 0, Southampton 2.
Dangerous position here for Middlesbrough on this right hand side. They're closing in on Coventry. There'll be 5 behind them if they can keep this goal advantage for another 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time. Free kick though to Bristol City, right edge of the box, off the angle. Tommy Horvath, the substitute's going to swing this one in with his left foot. There's a 2-man wall blocking this off. Brin's on his line, plenty of defenders back, kicked in, and he's gone towards the back post. Oh, it just slips by the right hand upright. The flick on it was exceptional, and arriving at the back post was, I think it was Mark Sykes, maybe on McCrory, was coming round the back but couldn't get a touch on it. The flick was excellent, the ball was delivered at pace, but he just couldn't divert it goalwards.
Yeah, I think it was Pring, wasn't it? Was it McCrory that got the little touch? I thought it was Pring that got the little touch on, but I've got to say, fantastic. McCrory was coming round the back, he's got to just, well, he can't get it. There's all the pace was on the cross. It's a fantastic ball in. Pring just tries to just help it on, trying to find that kind of back post area, and like you say, it's good quality coming in. Again, a real threat.
Salford have scored a late goal. They lead at Harrogate in League 2. Harrogate fighting for their lives near the foot of the table. There are probably 4 terrible teams at the bottom of League 2 who are all not even registering a point a game as the season's progressing, all fighting to try and survive come the end of the season. Throw in on the far side for Bristol City, midway inside their own half. A minute to play here. That's the closest they've come to getting an equaliser in this game, and nerves are jangling around the Riverside, that's for sure. It's a deserved lead for Kim Hellberg's side, but they've had chances to add to it, and you never know with 30 seconds of normal time to play. Long one punted forward. Bristol City are on the attack. It's picked up in the middle of the park that time by Randell, and there's going to be a change, and it's going to come for Middlesbrough, and we're going to see the introduction of George Edmondson is coming on, and he's going to replace Tommy Conway. So an attempt just to try and tidy things up with the former Ipswich man coming on. Only his 7th appearance of the season for George Edmondson. As as they look to see time out, and there will be 7 added minutes at the end of this game. Lincoln have got a late goal against Stockport. They lead 2-1, Lincoln, strengthening their position at the top of League One as they look to find themselves in the Championship. I'm sure Spurs will look forward to a trip to Sincil Bank next season. Maybe I'm being a bit premature there. We're in the first minute of 7 added at the end of this Championship game. Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 0. Here's the free kick for Bristol City, just outside the centre circle. Right-footed, Knight will clip it forward to the far edge of the penalty. Everyone goes up for it, 4 bodies. No one can make contact. The 2 Bristol City players, Ross McCrory being one of them, just saying, well, you know, I thought you had it covered. No, I thought you had it. And there's a deep conversation between Cameron Pring and Ross McCrory as to who was responsible for that. And they're still going at it.
Yeah, they're properly. And to be fair, I think Ross McCrory's got the argument in there. You know, you're looking at Pring, he's under it. He knows Ross McCrory's behind him. Maybe he's not heard them, but there's a few who got quite aggressive with each other as well.
Throwing on that far side for Middlesbrough, taking up that right-hand touchline. They'll have another this time, as that's well defended by Max Bird. Injury-blighted season for Max Bird. Came on as a sub, of course, to score that goal against Wrexham in February, his first game back. Throwing on the far side for Middlesbrough, taken by Callum Britton, bouncing into the danger zone, pressure being applied by Alan Brown, but it's cleared away and forward by McCrory on that far side. Chasing after it is Bird again, straight into touch, but a deflection, and it'll be a throw to Middlesbrough, and they've already managed to knock down 2 of the 7 minutes added at the end of this game. Struber hasn't left his technical area for long in this game. He's there at the moment, not too animated, I think it's fair to say. It looks like Bolton have got an equaliser against Rotherham. Rotherham 2, Bolton 2 in League One. Rotherham, of course, struggling near the foot of the table. Bolton chasing promotion as things stand. That's 2-2. Rotherham were 2 up in that game, of course. Sam Bell for Bristol City, midway inside his own half. It's a long one, punted forward. Malander just knocks it down into the path of target. Reese is still running hard, and he puts the pressure on Sol Bryn, who will clear from inside his own penalty area. Malander then volleys it forward into no man's land, which is all really Middlesbrough are doing right now.
Yeah, just killing the game. I don't mind it. You know, you've got the goal, you brought Edmondson on, you've got another defensive mind there, defensive head that's going to go and win those first contacts, and that's what it's all about. Make it scrappy, do whatever it takes to get the, like you say, you've already said how important the win is. Coventry losing the game.
Well, there's a handball there from Morris. It's blatant. The referee says nothing. A few of the Bristol City players, should I say, stopped thinking surely it was going to get called up by the referee. He doesn't. The break is on with Cameron Pring now for Bristol City. Inside the centre circle. On the attack out wide on that left-hand side. Ball wide, left-hand touchline. We're going to cut the ball down the line. It's a decent one as well. Randell goes across, and it's cleared away from the edge of the 6-yard area. Another goal at the CBS Arena for Anil Kandola.
Lifeline for the home team. It's Coventry 1, Southampton 2. It was a penalty which was originally won by Victor Torp. He was the one who put the ball down and rifled it into the bottom left-hand corner against Daniel Peretz in the Southampton goal. With just 5 minutes remaining of injury time, could this be a late burst of survival from the home side? With just a couple of minutes remaining here at the CBS, it's Coventry 1, Southampton 2.
Britain's just come out with a big clearance and a big punch at the edge of his 6-yard area. Bristol City still putting the pressure on, turning the heat up, but it's going to be a goal kick for Middlesbrough. Away to our right-hand side. We've had 4 of the 7 added minutes.
It's outstanding from Bryn again. You know what, he had to come out. The first contact wasn't won. Bristol City have kept it alive. There's a few bodies down he didn't care. He came out, made sure he got a fist to it. Fantastic goalkeeping.
Charlie Kelman with a late penalty for Charlton in the 93rd minute against Oxford. Oxford 1, Charlton 1 at the Kassam Stadium. Maybe that juggernaut that has become Oxford in the last few weeks just juddering to a minor halt today. That will prick up the ears of those at the Hawthorns. On Monday night, of course, at Fratton Park, where Portsmouth take on Derby live on Talksport 2. And we also think Leicester City supporters as well, Blackburn fans, are all going to have their ears glued to the fact that Charlton have got an equaliser there to stall the momentum that we've seen from Oxford in recent weeks. Throwing on the far side, taken short for Bristol City. to the edge of the penalty area. Forward goes Radek Vitek with it. We've got 2 more minutes of added time here. That's going to be a corner. I don't think Brink can keep that in. It was just nodded backwards on that occasion by Target. And now a corner on the far side for Bristol City. Last chance saloon for them, or they're going to be snipping to a 5th straight defeat in all competitions. And Radek Vitek has come up for City as well. He's inside the penalty area too. Here's the corner from the far side. Vitek goes up. Oh, what a header! What a brilliant header that is! In the back of the net from Adam Randall. Randall with a header. Absolute beauty. Edge of the 6-yard area. It just went over the top of Vitek, the keeper, who was up from the back. And it's a powerful header into the back of the net. And it's a brilliant goal for Bristol City. And Middlesbrough are crestfallen. The supporters start streaming out of the Riverside, and you can understand why. They've been on top in this game. They should have killed the game off. And then in the 6th minute of stoppage time, Bristol City find themselves level once more. And Adam Randall with his 3rd goal of the season. It's Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 1.
Look, it's a wonderful header. He's attacked it, he's met the ball at his highest point. All the pace was on the cross, but he got even more power with just the timing of it as well. Unstoppable header. It came from Edmondson. I'm afraid it should never have been a corner. He's tried to be smart, just head the ball back to his goalkeeper there. Just come through and head the ball. Make sure you clear your lines, make it ugly. He's given away a corner for no reason, and they've been caught out again. 1-0, dangerous scoreline. Bristol City, you know, they've got just deserves. They've kept it at 1-0. There's been opportunity, Middlesbrough, they've not taken their chances, and they've been punished.
What a header that was.
It's an excellent header. But you look at the body language of Edmondson. He knows for a fact he had to do better.
Ayling launches it forward. We're in the final minute of added time. Strelec, who should have put this game to bed when he was 1-on-1 with Vitek, but didn't quite manage it. Header won by Target. Now they'll try and break down this right-hand side. They've got a free kick, Bristol City, 7 or 8 yards outside their own penalty areas. We are joined by listeners to Talksport. High drama at the end of this game at the Riverside. The goal from the substitute, Leo Castledine. Thought they won it for Middlesbrough. Strelec had a chance to make it 2 in a 1-on-1 with Vitek, but Vitek saved with his right foot when Strelec should have done better. And then in the 6th minute of added time, the equalising goal from a corner. Adam Randall, he's back in after suspension today, and what a header, Chris Iwelumo, to pull it level.
No, it's a wonderful header, but again, Middlesbrough should be out of sight. They've controlled the game, they've created some wonderful opportunities, and again been guilty of not being clinical in that attacking third. Middlesbrough have weathered the storm, and they're throwing everything at it. It's all about risk and reward, try and get something out of the game. And like you say, George Edmondson trying to be too clever, a little head back to the goalkeeper. Just put your head through it, defend your lines, and then step up. You know what? Poor to give away a corner, and they were punished for it.
And there is the full-time whistle, and the boos yet again ring around the Riverside. That's 4 home games in a row without a victory. They thought they'd done enough. They deserved it on the performance, but their inability to finish sides off. There's only 3 teams in the Championship that have scored more goals this season than Middlesbrough. But at this moment in time, they can't find the back of the net despite dominating games of football. And at one point, they were going to be 5 points behind Coventry City, but they've let 2 slip once more here at the Riverside. A late equaliser for Bristol City, and it's full time here. Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 1.
Goodness me. Drama, late drama at the Riverside there with that equalising goal for Bristol City. But Chris Iwelumo, it'll just be another game in this late run for the end of the Championship that Middlesbrough will be thinking, how have we given that one away?
No, exactly that. You know, you don't want it to come a moment at the end of the season where Middlesbrough are in the playoffs, where they've been sat for a long period of time, and you look back at all these games where you think, wow, it's all positives. They've controlled this game, Natalie, like they should be out of sight. They've got that first that goal, and I'm looking at the defence. He's put on Edmondson because again he knows what's coming. I don't understand why George Edmondson tries to kind of flick that back to the goalkeeper there. Just go and defend. Go and put your head through it. Step up. Make it ugly. Trying to be too intricate, too smart on the ball. Concede a corner you don't have to concede, and then you don't defend it well. It's an excellent header from Adam Randall.
It's a bullet header, isn't it, really?
Yeah. He's attacked the ball well. He's met the ball at the highest point, and like you say, it's unstoppable with the pace on the cross as well. But 1-0 is always a dangerous scoreline, Natalie. I just think that Middlesbrough were in complete control of the game, even at 1-0. And again, I think maybe tweaked it too much. I don't think you had to make the change. I don't think you have to put a defensive. Everyone knows the responsibilities. You're in control. Yes, Bristol City are going to throw everything at it, but trust the players that you've got there. You bring on a player that's not played a lot of football. It's the wrong decision they made, and you're punished for it.
Punished for it indeed, especially now. Millwall know going into their 3 o'clock kickoff at home to Blackburn that a win today moves them into second, which then gives them the impetus to go on perhaps and seal that automatic promotion spot.
Natalie, why is no one talking about Millwall and the job that Alex Neil is doing? It is outstanding. They weren't a million miles away. They were still in with a shout getting in the playoffs the last game of last season. You know, and he's just kicked on again. And look at the injuries that they've had. I think they've had 9 first team players out at one point, and they've still kicked on. He's underrated, Alex Neil, what he's done and delivered. And if they can go up and get in, once they get in, they've got the momentum. The Den, I was always successful at the Den, but it's never a nice place to go. It is never a nice place to go, and he's turned it. It's hostile. The players have bought into what the manager's about, and they're right in the conversation, aren't they?
No one's won more points since Christmas than Millwall. It's that simple.
It's been tremendous, absolutely tremendous. But I like how you had to get in there that you were successful at the Den there.
Yeah,
Chris, just make sure you got it.
Natalie, he was successful everywhere. Did you not know this? Hardest thing to do in football is to score a goal.
I wasn't successful here.
How weren't you?
Riverside never won a game here.